guess that being said, though, if there's like a poppin' band from Ocean City, I'd totally claim them. And it's like the same distance, I think.
Ocean City is I consider Ocean City.
It's the Waldorf of the East.
I consider it the Baltimore of the East, dude. Or
Yeah,
actually, people
true.
say it's the Dundalk of the East, the Essex.
I'd say kind of like the further away from the water you go, it's the Essex of the East. But I think like along the ocean side, it's definitely more like the Fed Hill /
Yeah.
harbor of the
Oceanside is Fed Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Bayside, Assawoman Bay. That's
Essex.
That's
yeah.
Essex, baby.
Assawoman Bay, of course it's Essex.
I cannot believe they got away with naming that bay that, dude. But I think ass
I mean,
means
Assa Teague.
Assateague,
I always thought that
Assawoman.
was funny as a kid.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's a teague? It must be a dirty word too.
And then you were like, what's a woman? Ass a woman? Live from the studio, I'm Jimmy Selesky.
I'm Eric Glazer.
And you just heard a song from what we just agreed upon is the biggest Baltimore band,
Yeah, I think it's probably
Probably.
like the biggest band to come out of Baltimore County.
all-time low. Yeah, they Future Islands came out of here too.
True.
But I think all-time low, I would consider them probably the same level.
I'd say, yeah, it's hard to compare the two because it's also like different genres and
different times. All-time low.
different time periods. for
All-time
sure.
low kind of came out. The problem is, and I've said this for years about all-time low, they are really good. Like even live, like I've watched them. I haven't seen them live, like personally, but I've watched them on YouTube, so I've seen them live.
Yeah.
And I watch it on YouTube Premium, dude. That's live. That's live. I was able to text and do other
About
things.
as live as our podcast is.
Yeah. They came out. I think they graduated. Most of them graduated from Delaney, and one of them graduated from Towson. They graduated in like 05 or 06, which is like, and they started putting out music like in the
Yeah, the
mid.
one guy was in my brother's grade and then in our Boy Scout troop for a while.
Which one?
Zach Merrick. I
Yeah,
think?
yeah. He's the one who went to Towson.
Yeah, yeah.
But they like just missed the boat on that wave of emo stuff. Like or pop punk. I would say they're probably like pop punk, maybe a little emo. I consider them like maybe not as good as Fall Out Boy, but Fall Out Boy was, they got super big because
Yeah,
they had
yeah.
the super big production. They came out like a couple years earlier.
For sure.
But
Yeah, All Time Low definitely like came up around the Fall Out Boy like wave, Like
Yeah.
there are a bunch of like big bands out of that time period. But yeah, it was always crazy to be like, holy shit, like these kids that like grew up around us,
yeah,
like went to the same schools and shit, like they're fucking famous now.
I know. But
Yeah.
in classic Baltimore fashion, they just missed the boat, dude. They could have been that. I really do think they could have been that big.
I
But
think
now they are.
They were really big back then. Like, I don't know if they could have asked for more. Like,
Yeah,
I
true.
mean, they could have like, there's enough room for them to like blow up, but like there might have only been that one Fall Out Boy slot, and Fall Out Boy already had
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean?
But here's the kicker, though. As we were discussing, this song has blown up on TikTok for a meme that I didn't know what the meme was, but I found out that it's basically us, adult emos. We
Yeah.
are adult emos.
We're emotional, okay?
And they're like Fall Out Boy has completely changed like their sound. Panic the Disco. I liked old Panic at the Disco kind of. I don't really.
Yeah, they kind of did the Fall Out Boy thing where they're
Yeah.
more like, I don't know. It's almost like a mix of like 21 Pilots and their old shit.
Yeah. They're like straight pop now. Like Fall Out Boy and Panic are straight pop, but All Time Low is like as big now as they ever were. I feel like, if not more, and they kind of maintain their aesthetic. Like they maintain their sound, which is dope because there's not a lot of bands out right now that are putting out pop punk,
Yeah.
and there needs to be more.
Everyone's feeling emotional right now.
Dude,
with this
everyone's emo,
pandemic.
bro. There's only
Yeah.
two people putting out emo pop punk, and that's All Time Low and suddenly, for some reason, Machine Gun Kelly. But I'm not gonna front. This is a controversial take. I kind of fuck with Machine Gun Kelly's new stuff. I didn't at first.
Huh.
When I heard it,
I honestly haven't heard it yet.
it's it was playing on the gym and I didn't know who it was. And any song that mildly captures my attention in the gym is immediately like my favorite song because
Yeah.
in comparison to everything else it's playing. I didn't like it at first because I was like, oh, what the hell is this? This is not my music. And then they kept playing it, and I was like, this, I guess this is my music now, dude. I like this song now.
Yeah.
And Machine Gun Kelly, I mean, I gotta hand it to him, dude. He's bringing back the classic live drums, the guitar, the whole aesthetic. And it's kind of been going in that direction for a while. Like when rap kind of started getting emo, like 4 or 5 years ago, it kind of just took a completely emo dive.
Yeah, yeah.
I think every 20 years, being emo comes back.
I mean, that's kind of how like most things are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like even fashion and shit, like the weird like haircuts that people have right now. It's like, oh yeah, in like old pictures of people who were like in the war, like they had this haircut too.
True, dude. People were very emo during the war, dude. That's
Yeah.
an excusable time to be emo, dude.
Yeah, people in World War II had like highlights and
Yeah,
man buns.
highlights, lip rings, dude.
Hell yeah, fades.
Hell yeah, dude.
They did have the fades.
They did have. Well, I don't even think they did the fades in the 30s. They just did a straight, like nothing on the sides. That was like the Hitler Youth cut, I think, right? It was like the nothing on the sides with the super long on top, which unfortunately, you know, it pains me to say it, but if there's one thing you could say about the Nazis, their uniforms were pretty sick. I think everybody acknowledges
They
that.
had style.
They had more style than us, more style than the Americans. And I think, is it true that Calvin Klein designed them?
Maybe. I think like Hermes did or whatever, Hermes or whatever the company is.
I gotta look that up because I heard like Calvin Klein, but I don't think Calvin Klein was alive in 1930.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Yeah, I think it was Ralph Lauren.
Ralph, it could have
No,
been
it wasn't.
Maybelline, dude.
Yeah,
Maybe. Maybelline did their makeup, dude.
yeah. I think they got all this stuff from Spencer's.
Yeah. Hot topic, dude. That would suck if the Nazis were the inspiration for all of our style currently, which is turning out to be the case, unfortunately. But hey, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I don't know. I just think every once in a while that kind of shit comes back. Like people will be like, "Let me fucking wear what no one's wearing." You're like, "Let me dress like a fucking 1850s settler," and then like all of a sudden there's a fucking like $600 shirt from like Gucci that's like straight up a burlap bag.
Yeah.
You're like, come on, dude.
1850s settler style definitely did make a comeback like 3 years ago. Remember when like all the hipster dudes were having like the handlebar mustaches?
Yeah, curlies and shit.
That's something I never thought would come back.
Yeah.
There are two things that I'm certain would never come back. And the first is handlebar mustaches. And the second is the powder white wigs from the 1700s.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that was the style.
I don't, man, like it might come back. Who knows? Maybe we'll bring that back.
We could. Dude. I mean, you can't deny that. Like, I mean, like that is.
It'd be funny to have like, you know, those novelty hats where it's like a trucker cap with like a wig on it, but a trucker cap with the fucking judge's wig trailing out the back and a mullet or some shit.
They still wear that shit, I think, in like British Parliament. I
Yeah.
think they still wear that shit,
Yeah, yeah.
which is insane.
Yeah, I mean, they still have tea time and shit, dude. Like,
Yeah, they still have teeth.
they're
I thought you were
stuck
gonna
in
say
their ways.
I thought you were gonna say they still have teeth, and I was like, I don't think so, bro.
Nah, those are long gone. They left those in the colonies.
Well, I think that the powder wig thing started because people's hair sucked back in the day. Like it was all nappy and like matted and like had fleas and shit. Like they had. I don't even think they had lice back then. I think human beings had fleas, which,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, I think fleas are just lice for animals. Maybe. What's the difference between a louse and a flea? I don't know.
I'm not sure, but there are those like sand lice. You ever get those at the beach? Those are like hella annoying.
Those dudes suck.
They suck. They
Yeah.
get stuck in your pubes and shit.
Yeah, beach time's coming up too, which reminds me of sand lice and horse flies, dude.
Ooh, horseflies are the worst.
Horse flies suck. And they're there because of acetate, because they
Yeah.
have all the wild horses.
Mm-hmm.
And the horse flies get lost and they wind up in Ocean City. They're like, these aren't horses.
Well, they get blown by all the gusts and like yeah, luckily like up north in Ocean City you don't really get that much. Cuz also like the wind like rushes over the beach and the bay, like I feel like it's hard to get like I feel like bugs stay clear of that.
Yeah.
They get whipped around too much.
Yeah. But horseflies probably, I would say, are worse than the sand lice.
They're worse. They're worse than like getting stung by a jellyfish.
Oh my God. You'll be
Dude,
laying
a
on the beach.
horsefly hurts.
Yeah.
It feels like you get stung.
And I think they are. Are they eating? What are they doing when that happens? Are they biting you?
Yeah, they're trying to like suck your blood and shit.
They're the fucking worst, dude.
Yeah, they're gross.
They are the worst. You'll just be chilling on the beach, vibing, and then you just feel like something just like stinging. You're like, what the fuck? Sand lice, sand lice are just kind of like, you just kind of get annoyed. You're like, dude, get out of here, bro.
Yeah. And this might be like a stupid thing to say, but like,
Hey,
when like horses are like whipping their tails around and shit.
Yeah.
They're flicking away horseflies, dude.
That is what they're doing.
I know.
That is not stupid.
Yeah.
That is actually, so far on this
seen it happen,
podcast,
dude.
that is the most non-stupid thing we've said so far. It is the first scientifically accurate thing we've said the whole podcast. No, that's definitely what horses are doing, and cows too.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, human beings lost our tails.
We have no tails.
We have no tails. And I think tails only have two functions, which are batting away horseflies. Actually, three. Batting away horseflies.
Hanging from trees.
Hanging from trees if you're a monkey.
Yeah.
Because cows aren't hanging from trees with their tails.
No.
Neither
no
are
way.
dogs. And I think balance.
I think balance too.
Balance.
I was hoping it was balance.
But I wonder, that is the one thing I always wondered, like, why did we lose our tails? Like,
Yeah, right? Because like once we stood up right, I feel like we'd need it for more balance.
yeah. Like, especially, I feel like, if anything, animals that stand up on their two legs would need more balance.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Like, if you're on
Also,
four
why
legs.
did we lose all of our hair? We like lost like weren't we hot for a while?
Yeah.
Did we get too hot?
I guess we got too hot.
Lost our hair and then we had to put on clothes to stay warm.
Mm-hmm. And then we lost our tails, which, I mean, look, I'm not complaining. Like, I'm glad we don't have tails now, I guess. But, like, if we did.
If everyone had tails, it wouldn't be weird,
Well, here's the thing.
It's not like you'd be the only one with a tail.
That's true. That's true. I wouldn't want to be the only one. That's
Yeah,
a
that would
fashion that's
suck.
never coming back.
That would
dude.
be like, okay, yes, I want to be tail circumcised. Like, get that shit off me.
Yeah, dude, like, I'm a purebred.
Yeah.
Like, only purebred humans get their tails cut off. And the rest are like, I don't know, dude. That's a rescue, dude. Don't fuck with that guy. Well, the issue is, look, if we are going to lose our hair, then we have to lose the tail. Because to me, there's nothing weirder than a hairless tail. Because if you think of any animal that has a tail with no hair on it, they're the grossest animals.
Oh, yeah.
Like rats,
But
possums.
I was thinking about that for a second. Like, if we had tails, it'd be so. I feel like there would be more of a balance between, not only do tails give you balance, but I feel like they'd bring balance between the genders, dude.
They do. They
Because
do.
then everyone wouldn't care about tits, vaginas, dicks.
Just
Everyone would have a tail.
That's true.
We'd be fucking flicking each other's tails, not nutsacks.
Yeah, dude.
We'd be shaving each other's tails as a prank.
Oh my god, dude. I am glad. I am glad. The
You don't have a tail to get shaved.
no, dude. That's not what I'm trying to say, dude.
Okay.
That's not what I'm trying to say. I had something I was gonna say, but then I got too caught up in the fucking tail talk. And now I completely forgot what I was gonna say, dude.
Perfect.
I completely forgot. I just, but the thing is, this is what I was gonna say. This is what I was gonna say to bring us right back on track. The tail only seems weird because we don't have it. Because I constantly think that noses are weird.
Yeah.
And ears are weird. The only two things on the human body that I don't think are weird are like your eyes, but I kind of think they're weird. I think it's
They're
weird.
not too weird.
It's weird.
Noses are weird just because they fucking like stick off your face.
Yeah, and they're not like attractive.
And it's not like it doesn't help. Like if you just had the holes in your face, you'd get the same job done.
You look like a pig.
You look like a pig, but also like it's one less thing to like get broken.
That's true. Pigs don't break their nose. Dogs
No.
don't break their nose.
Never.
Ears, like ears are gross. Eyes to me seem. The only thing I don't like about eyes are that, for whatever reason, we've decided that's like where you exist. So like if
Yeah,
like
right.
nobody makes nose contact. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like I look at you in the eyes when I'm talking to you,
Yeah.
and it's weird because if you think about it, that's just like an organ. Like your eye is just a part of your face that you see out of,
But it's
and
also
I'm looking at them.
it's also one of the only things you can look at and tell if something's alive or dead by it too.
True.
It's weird.
True.
Because if you just look at someone's like ear or a nose or
Mhm.
like a mouth, you'd be like, okay, this is just like, this is on the side of the road.
Yeah.
I'd be like, all right, there's a dead person around here, but like, there's no saving him. But if I saw like a fucking mangled ass face, but I see the eyes just like looking out and like the pupils dilating and shit, and like oh shit, this person's alive.
You never know with eyes, dude. You never know.
I mean, yeah, it's it is weird, like you were saying, like people describe it as like the window into your soul. Like you can kind of like judge a person by looking into their eyes or like whatever. And I think I feel like there's some truth to it, but also like it's definitely just like your subconscious making calculations too, and like giving you a gut feeling about shit. But
It's also the least creepy thing to compliment on somebody too.
yeah,
Like I would say, if you're gonna compliment a girl, the best thing is to compliment her eyes, right? And I would say probably the next thing. It'd be weird if you said you have nice ears. Like that's out of the
really
question.
nice ears.
If you walked up to a girl and said you have a nice mouth, that's
yeah, that's terrible.
no.
You can't say, oh, you have nice cheekbones.
I was actually gonna say
You
cheekbones.
have a nice facial structure.
There's like three
You
body
could say
parts.
that, but it's a little like, I don't know,
Eyes.
too scientific to be flirty.
It's too in there. Nose is, I guess you could say you have a cute nose, but you gotta know somebody before you comment on their nose.
Yeah. Also, I feel like with stuff like that, you never know like what a person is like subconscious about. So like if you accidentally be like, oh, you have a nice nose, and she thinks her nose is like huge and sucks, that might not be. She might think you're making fun of her.
Yeah. Actually,
Who
I
knows?
just thought of something.
Who
The other thing,
knows?
who knows if he's lying? The only other body part that isn't creepy for some reason is to say somebody has nice teeth. You can say that
Yeah,
you have
teeth's
nice
not
teeth,
bad.
but you
Teeth-
can't say you
teeth's
have a
a
nice
good one.
mouth.
Yeah, you can't say it in mouth.
But it's pretty much like
Because
saying the
teeth
same
aren't
thing.
sexual.
I guess not, but like they could be.
They could be, but you're not thinking about a tooth when you're thinking about a mouth sexually. You're trying to avoid them.
Ah, true. You can use tasteful tooth, but it is just so weird how close in proximity the teeth are inside the mouth. There's no other part of the body that's inside another part of the body that you can compliment that, but not the thing around it.
Yeah. You have a nice uterus.
Not sexual. That's not sexual.
sexual.
Not sexual. Yeah, dude. I
Yeah, I don't
usually
know.
steer clear of all. Well, nice hair. Nice hair.
That's not inside someone, though.
Yeah, that's
I think,
outside.
I think you got it with the teeth.
Yeah, you can say nice hair, but you can't say you have a nice head.
That's as far as you can go into someone without making it sexual.
You can say you have a nice heart.
You
have a beautiful heart. You can't say you have nice lungs.
You could. You'd compliment them on, oh, you have great breath control. We just ran up these stairs.
And
You ran away from me up these stairs. I was trying to compliment you on your teeth.
after I complimented your ears.
So you had beautiful nose.
Was it
If I
the
could
uterus
just look
comment?
inside.
Was it the uterus comment that got you?
Just trying to see if you had a big brain or not.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, but I do think that if we had tails, that is something you could compliment.
Oh,
Because
for
a
sure.
tail is not sexual.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, a tail covers up your sexuality like pants. It's like saying to a girl, nice pants, which basically means nice ass. But it's a better way of saying nice ass.
Yeah, nice vagina.
Yeah, dude. Don't take any advice from us. I don't throw out compliments like that at all. Just because we're having this conversation right now. And
Oh yeah, this is as far as we talk to women
yeah, dude.
in hypotheticals.
Hypotheticals, dude. How you
Yeah,
feeling
I have
now?
a girlfriend, dude.
Yeah, with great teeth. Might
She
I
has
add?
good teeth.
Might I add? You're coming fresh off
Fresh off a trip from the widest state in
It is the widest state.
fucking country.
widest state in proportion.
Yeah,
I feel like.
it's like the chode of states for sure.
Well, actually, I was gonna say it's. Well, yeah, it is the
It's
chode.
like it's the wildest chode you'd ever see.
Minnesota is a needle dick kind. No, California is definitely no. California is like a perfectly proportioned.
Yeah, I'd say Florida is like kind of just like looks like a little eel,
Yeah,
a little floppy eel.
yeah. Florida's the eel. Tennessee's definitely the chode. But you're coming back. You were COVID neutral up until what, like an hour ago?
Yeah, like literally as we were about to start a Zoom.
Yeah, which I bless you. I got like low key kind of excited to do Zoom, but then I was even high key more excited when we could do the real podcast.
I know it worked out.
Because I was like, dude, I need you to come fix these cameras anyway.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that over the Zoom.
Yeah, dude. So you got not COVID.
Yeah, no, I'm negativo.
Yeah, I had the same situation. I was like kind of sick last week, but it wasn't COVID. Or
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
I've just like I've had my windows open like all week, and I have just been like sneezing and like I've been blowing my nose like crazy, but I think it's just pollen again.
I mean, it is that time of year, dude. You know.
Time of year, man.
You know. Are you feeling like anything else? You have like a fever or anything?
No.
Cool.
Yeah, this happens every time like spring rolls around for me. I always think I'm sick and then I'm not, and then I don't do anything to fix it. I don't take like allergy medicine or anything.
You just find out it's not COVID and you're like, dude, could be tuberculosis, could be
Yeah, no,
mesothelioma.
I'm
Who
fine.
gives a fuck, dude?
Yeah, no, they don't do at-home tests for those. So.
Yeah. Did you take an at-home COVID
No,
test?
no.
Oh, I was about to say.
I went to Walgreens,
Are they okay? Good. Are they
which
still?
was honestly like this was the easiest test I've ever gotten.
What they do?
Well, I signed up like a day in advance, and they had literally open appointments all day the next day. So like, yeah, I'd never seen it like that. Every time I've tried to get a test in the past, I've had to go like 5 days out and at like one appointment left.
Yeah.
But like full availability for appointments. I like rolled up like super early on Wednesday. So wait, is today Thursday? Dude, it came back in like a day. Just
Really?
A regular test.
Damn.
Yeah, I went yesterday at 9:30 in the morning. And like it's just, the drive-through test, you swab your nose and shit. And I was about to I put it in the bag and I was looking for the box to put it in.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy was like, "Oh no, I'll take the bag back inside." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Usually there's like a box out here." He's like, "Yeah, we had to change our policy. At another store, someone stole the the medical waste box." So we had to change policy nationwide for Walgreens.
Somebody stealing
Someone
COVID?
stole like the fucking the yuck guy with like waste symbol medical box with full of COVID tests from like a Walgreens somewhere.
I wonder what he wanted to do with those.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
That sounds like if
Someone's just stealing a bunch of dirty Q-tips.
Yeah, if I had to bet, it's probably either a QAnon person
Yeah, maybe.
who's trying to prove that COVID doesn't exist by stealing them and then certifying them all negative, saying like, look, 0% positivity rate, or it's some high school kids.
Yeah, it's definitely like some dumb shit. But like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think someone would go steal a box of Q-tips to try to give themselves COVID.
Nobody
That'd
would
be so
try to.
weird.
Nobody would try to do that. Nobody would
Yeah.
try to do that. But I've been watching, not in a weird way. I've been noticing. Let's just say I've been noticing kids around, like high school age kids, doing like kid stuff in Towson,
Yeah.
which is weird because like I forgot. Like it's weird. Like
Forgot we used to do that shit too.
exactly. When I was in high school, I only feel like I ever saw other high schoolers in Towson.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember really ever seeing like
Yeah,
people.
you'd like turn off adult vision.
Yeah, like I just didn't
Because
see 'em.
like, yeah, we wouldn't, they're just like teachers basically.
Yeah.
You don't want to get caught by them. So
And-
you just kind of avoid them.
And now I feel like I don't see kids anymore. I turned off kid vision. until
It's probably good.
they
You probably
impose.
shouldn't be looking for kids.
Hey, look, I'm not looking for them, dude. Sometimes they're just out and about.
Sometimes they find me.
They find kids find me, dude. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I just look out a bar window and I see some kids skateboard. I'm like, you damn kids. I wish I learned how to skateboard. I'll look at kids. I'll be like, that kid is cool. I know for a fact that kid is cool.
Yeah.
There was this kid skateboarding shirtless, doing like cool tricks. And I was like, I guarantee you that kid's cool.
Like, I want to be him when I grow up.
I'm always able to pinpoint a cool kid, dude, because everybody
yeah.
knows what a cool kid is, you know? But now that I'm an adult, I'm like, I don't care, dude. I'm technically cooler than you.
Yeah, of course.
I live alone.
Yeah, you're cooler than him just by age alone.
Yeah. It is weird. Like, being older is cool. I was thinking about this in the shower. Up until you're 22, being older than somebody is cool. And then once you're 22, being younger is cooler. You know what I'm saying? Does that make any sense?
Yeah. Wait, what?
Okay, so up until the age of 20, I was debating between.
I gotta re-up on some Monster.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna need to load up some Monster.
I'm crashing.
Follow with me here. Up until the age of 22, everyone who's younger than you is less cool than you. When you're like 19, 16-year-olds are less cool than you.
Yeah.
But when you're 22, I feel like you're cooler than like a 27-year-old. So,
I don't know. It's case by case, I think.
well, it obviously depends on the coolness of the individual.
Yeah.
But if you only had that one stat about each person, you're like, okay, two dudes, one's 22, one's 27. Which one do you think is cooler? I feel like there's a certain point in your life when it becomes cooler to be younger. And I think it happens exactly at drinking age. So like being 21 is cooler than being 20. And I think still there's that 1 year gap where being 22 is cooler than being 21 because you're already a year into the bars. You're like an experienced drinker. But I do remember when I turned 23, I feel like my entire like life vision changed. I feel like 23, 24 was when I started having like adult mindset. I was
Yeah.
still a kid, but thinking in adulthood.
Okay.
And now like I'll look like an 80-year-old and I'm like, wouldn't it be weird if this was still by kids' rules where the 80-year-old guy was like, dude, I'm fucking cooler than you, bro. I'm cooler than you.
Yeah.
But it's like I'll look at an 80-year-old, I'd be like, dude, I'm obviously cooler than you.
Yeah.
You know?
But also, like, yeah, after like 22, 23, you stop thinking about cool, really.
I've never stopped thinking about cool, dude.
Me neither. I was trying to be adult, but I'm still trying to find the
Dude, you're
coolest
trying
person.
to be too mature right now, dude. It's exactly what I expected you to say.
I
It's a
know,
28-year-old,
it's
dude.
not cool.
It's not cool. Once you stop thinking about being cool, once you stop trying to be cool, that's cool. But you should never. There is a point in your life when you even stop thinking. You should never stop thinking about cool. You shouldn't be trying to be cool, but you should never stop thinking about cool.
Yeah, well, it's a mindset.
It is a mindset.
Being cool is a mindset. It's not something you can do or something you can't do.
Yeah.
It's something that you're doing constantly.
It's something that you are.
It's something that's constant. It's not a on or off.
Mm-hmm.
You can go into that mind state. You can be in that mindset. It's something me and Jimmy are still working on.
Yeah.
We
We're
don't
working
really
on the
have-
mindset.
We don't have any steps past this part. We haven't entered that level yet, but we'll be back soon with info.
All I'm trying to say, dude, is that when you're old,
Mhm.
you stop thinking about being cool.
Stop thinking in general.
Well, yeah. You got too many other things to think about. Like I've been working at this dude's house. My dad got me another one of these like odd jobs, and it's honestly, I mean, it's been I don't know what it is about my father, but he somehow finds the most like just the worst jobs.
Yeah.
And then
He's
now-
like hazing you with jobs.
he'll just like show up at the job site and just tell me what to do. And then he'll be like, all right, I'm going to take off and go do something else. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? And it's like right now I'm a window washer, which now I can relate to Matt. So I've been washing windows. And the house we're in is like, first of all, it's humongous. And it's more windows on a house than I've ever seen in my life. Like the house is a giant window, essentially. Like every step you take, there's another window. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta wash
Did your dad know how many windows had to be washed before?
Course.
Okay.
Of course, my
Or was
dad.
he like, oh yeah, I can do it. What? How big is the house? I'll do like $300.
It's a 4-day job, dude.
Holy
4
shit.
days, 8 hours a day, washing windows. And the first day, my dad has me in there with none of the equipment we're supposed to have. I'm in there with like a razor this big, like literally this big.
Yeah. You have like an X-Acto knife.
Yeah, exactly. Like literally about twice the size of an X-Acto, and like this wide, the
Oh
width
my
of a lighter,
God.
and a rag and Windex. And I'm wiping windows like the size of this garage. It's essentially the equivalent of if I tried to paint a warehouse with a like an artist's paintbrush.
Yeah.
Just the whole thing, no roller. And so this morning, we're driving. I talked to Matt last night, and I was like, dude, I'm doing window washing, and there's got to be a better way than what I'm doing. Can I explain to you what I'm doing? And he couldn't believe what I was doing. He was like, what are you
You're
doing?
basically like cleaning a kitchen with a toothbrush.
Exactly, dude. He was like, what are you doing? And that's not the first. Like, I talked to my friend Zach when my dad and I were building like a parking pad in the thing, and he was like, dude, you manually mixed fucking 17 bags of concrete manually. He was like, you didn't get like a mixer or anything. They're like $20 to rent. I'm in the freaking side of the house with a shovel, like I'm in the Great Depression, like mining for cement. And he's like, what? Like, and he's like, oh, your dad's just old school, dude. He's doing it all old school. And so this morning I had it. My dad picks me up, and I'm like, Dad. I was like, Dad, dude, I can't go into this job site today doing this the way we're doing it. And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, Dad, I'm literally I use the same example. I was like, this is like if you told me to clean the kitchen with a toothbrush. Literally exact
Hell
example. Exact example. Because this is the only thing that's come to my mind. I was like, this is insane. And he's like, no, you don't understand. You know, these people are paying for quality. I'm like, what does quality have to do? Like, is your idea of quality just making the job as hard as possible?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's what he thinks.
Or is he like doing it billing hourly and he's trying to figure out how to keep you there as long as possible?
That is exactly what he's doing. That is exactly what he's doing. That's what I found out. He literally said that. He literally said he's paying me like the lowest amount possible. And he's like, look, Jim, I got like a ton of other jobs I got to do. So I need you to just be there as long as possible because I don't have time to go into that job. So I'm paying you a very low rate so it doesn't overcharge them. And you're just, you know, it's about making an appearance. Look, he was like, look, you ever have a gig and it needs to be a duo, but nobody like good can play with you. So like you hit up Dom and tell him to sit on the freaking beatbox and just play along. That's what you're doing right now.
Hell yeah.
I was like, Dad, that is ridiculous, dude. This is ridiculous. You literally just told me you tried to make this job as hard as possible so you could stall and do other shit that you need to do. He's like, I got to visit your grandmother. I just like, what does this have to do with me just getting the appropriate equipment? I was like, dude, like I got other stuff. I can't, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think he thinks I have a job. I mean, I don't technically have a job. But like, I don't think he thinks I work at all. So he just keeps finding me more stuff. And every time I'm just like, okay, fine. He's like, you know, I'm 60 years old. I can't be doing all this. I'm like, Dad, I can't.
I don't want to do all this.
I don't want to do this. Stop taking jobs. Fucking retire then, dude. Just fucking carrying on the family. Like if we were like a Stoneleaf family, this would be cool. Because it'd be like, look, I'm running the company, but I'm getting too old, man. I don't care anymore. You take over the company. And so I get to wear a fucking suit and do cool company CEO shit. Instead, it's
Yeah,
my
you have, like,
dad.
the whole fleet of like two-tone trucks.
Yeah,
You got,
exactly.
like 5 dudes out every day.
Yeah, I just coordinate stuff.
Yeah.
I coordinate. No, that's not what I get. That's not
Well,
what
that's
my
what your dad's doing now. Yeah, you and Tom doing all his jobs now.
It's like, damn, you're not making any money. He doesn't even make any money off these jobs. He just gets us jobs. It's like, just stop. It's fine, dude. It's literally fine. I could have done so much other shit for the past 4 days. My arms feel like they're gonna fucking fall off. My fingernails are like tearing away from my fingers.
Holy shit.
I fell asleep today and I was dreaming about wiping windows. It's consumed me, dude.
No.
It's consumed me. So we get in this big argument on the way over. I'm really been practicing my enunciation on argument. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah.
Argument. And he's like, blah, blah, blah. You know what, Jim? Maybe you're just too smart for this job then. It's like, all right, dude. I mean, I'm not saying I'm too smart to wash windows, but I am too smart to wash windows incorrectly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, then also, like, you have to think about it this way, too. Like, if these people are, like, having you in their house, they probably don't want you in there that long. You
Well,
know?
The one guy.
Or is it like they want it for company, too?
I think they want company.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so the reason I brought this whole story up is because we were talking about being cool when you're
Yeah.
80. And the guy who owns the house, he was like an environmental scientist that ran this huge company and like helped a bunch with like the development of the Eastern Shore. And like you could like, my dad like picked up a random book that was given to him completely randomly from somewhere else. And he saw the guy's name in it as like one of the consultants for like Columbia development and like
wow.
Y Island and like all these places. And I didn't know, I came to find out this guy has like dementia,
Oh,
like
shit.
3 days in. Cause I'd been talking to him
Yeah.
and like, you know, my first clue in was we were talking and he was like pointing something at the window and like, oh, it looks really good. And then I was like, yeah, man, I've been doing this, that, the other thing with my single razor. And he's like, what was I doing again? And I was like, oh, we were just, well, you came over here to talk about. He was like, oh, okay. And then he just like walked away and went back on his chair and sat down. And I was like, And then today, my dad just never told me, which I
Yeah.
feel like you should tell me.
You gotta tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then today we're out on the porch talking about like this house across the street. And my dad's like, so how old are you? He's like, 75, mid 70s. And then my dad was like, oh, so what were you born? He was like, 1937. And that would make him like 84.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was like, yeah, I'm in my mid 70s. My dad was like, oh, 1937? He was like, yep. And I was like, okay.
Damn.
So like, and then at the end of the shift today, my dad was like, I don't know.
Maybe
If
he just found out too.
I think it might have been the case. I think because he's been working with these people for years. And like this guy was like brilliant science. He designed his own house, had it built and everything.
Wow.
And now he just kind of sits on his chair. And like I walked in and he was just sitting with his headphones just like this. And then I like walked by and he took his headphones and was like, do you need me for something? And I was like, no. I don't even know. I don't even think he was listening to anything, honestly. Super nice guy.
Just like don't kill the intruders. Don't kill the intruders.
Super
you
nice
hired window cleaners. Don't grab the gun above the fireplace.
That's what I was wondering. I was like, does this guy know why we're here? This guy definitely knows why I'm here, right? Because my dad will just leave. This guy doesn't know me. He knows my dad. He doesn't know me.
I mean, he sees you. Maybe he thinks you're Tony sometimes.
That could be true. That could be.
Who
He's
knows?
not. He's
How long
like
has your dad been working with the guy?
probably like 20, 30 years.
Oh yeah, dude.
Just
He
doing
thinks you're Tony.
He thinks
he thinks you're Tony when you come in. It's like, oh yeah, what? Tony, you look like that? I'm probably like 43.
it's just wild, dude. Like, you know, especially with my grandma and stuff and seeing that happen, it's like it's just crazy how like time will just get you, you know? You can go from being this brilliant scientist to just like not even knowing how old you are.
Yeah, dude.
In a matter of a second. And then the next second you're wondering why this guy is walking around your house with a razor blade.
Yeah.
You know?
Jesus Christ.
Why is this window washing guy here with no window washing equipment?
Yeah, why does he look like he was about to rob me? And the police came by and he tried to come up with a bad story.
He's wearing painting clothes. His clothes have all paint all over him and he's not painting. Just walking around with a razor and a spray bottle full of stuff that isn't supposed to be used for cleaning.
What is it?
Well, actually, so Matt told me that you're not supposed to use Windex.
Yeah.
You're supposed to use Dawn dishwashing soap, which begged the question for me, why do they make Windex? If dishwashing soap is a more effective cleaner for glass than Windex, what is the purpose of Windex?
I mean, Windex is also kind of like a multi-purpose cleaner. people use it for that. But also, like, I guess in like small amounts, it might be easier than just doing like soapy water. And I
Yeah.
guess for like cost reasons, soapy water is like super cheap, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Also, apparently vinegar.
Yeah.
Vinegar.
I mean, yeah. What? Windex is just like ammonia, right?
Yeah, ammonia is a good glass cleaner.
Yeah.
But I'm just walking around with a bottle of vinegar in this guy's house, and he's like, "What is he doing? Is that
Spraying his windows with vinegar.
is that balsamic? Why does my whole house smell like a Capri salad?"
Like emulsifies mid-game. Fuck.
Yeah, dude, it's really been something else. But I think of all the jobs that I've done, I think window washing is like a, you know what? I don't think it's window washing. You know what my true passion is? Squeegeeing. I love squeegeeing, dude.
Squeegeeing is fun.
Honestly, dude, the whole time I was walking around, I was like, why don't more squeegee kids just do this, dude? You know?
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking, I was like, I am essentially a squeegee guy right now. I'm a
Yeah.
squeegee kid.
I mean, Matt's a squeegee kid, basically.
Yeah, I mean, that's really, oh, by the way,
Hmm.
my dad said this and didn't even think about what he was saying. He said, you know what I used to be in the iron? Because when he was yelling at me, he was like, I know how to clean windows. I know, you know, my first job, I was up on buildings. I was the window guy. And he said, I was a glazer for the iron workers. Did you know that a glazer is the window installer?
Oh, really?
Yeah, a glazer.
Interesting.
That's you, bro.
I always thought it was like glazing pots or something.
Yeah, dude, you're a window guy.
I'm a window guy.
You come from a
dude.
long line of squeegee kids, dude.
Yeah. I found my true calling in life, I guess.
I mean, you did wipe that window down recently.
I did.
And you were very, like, you wiped it down like 6 times, dude.
It was a really dirty window.
But it was like,
It was extremely dirty. Each
After-
one I wiped off, I was like, it's still dirty. I'm gonna go again. I don't even think I finished getting the dirt off.
it's still dirty, dude. I mean,
Yeah, I mean it's cleaner now though. Like it looks cleaner than it, originally did.
after the 4th rag, I was like, I feel like this is in his blood or something. Like, there's something going on here, dude. A Selesky would have never put that much effort in a window.
Yeah,
But a glazer.
you would have gotten an even smaller razor than your current one to do the cleaning. Jeez.
Yeah, man. But yeah, the squeegeeing part, I just find it fascinating. I begged my dad to get a squeegee today. It was
Oh,
like
yeah.
my main thing. It was my main thing.
And no,
And
it was a big no.
no, he finally did. He
Oh,
caved.
thank God.
He actually even admitted he was wrong, which is very rare for my dad. He was like, you know what? Maybe this was the right way. I was like, I know.
Yeah.
Thank you. Doing stuff the way it's supposed to be done is right.
That's fucked.
Yeah. So I got a couple more days of that, and then the only problem with these jobs though is that because it's always a different job, and then after you do the job, all you can think about is that stuff. So then as soon as I walked into my apartment, I was like, I have to wash my windows now. I have to. I can't not wash my
Oh,
windows.
you got to take your tools home?
No, I think I can afford a squeegee and
Okay.
a squeegee and
Yeah, you might as well.
a sponge. Well, I still got to get the sponge, but other than that, but like after we did painting, all I could think about in my apartment was that I wanted to paint my apartment. You know, so just like
Are you allowed to do that, or would you just have to like paint it back when you move out?
I'm gonna
or-
paint it white.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I think I gotta move out of that place.
If it's
dude.
white already, then who cares?
Yeah, they wouldn't notice.
Yeah, yeah.
They'd
They'd be
probably
like,
thank
Why
me.
is this nice now?
This is not Berkshire.
We should have been charging you more rent.
We thought our neighbor was missing for the past like 5 months. She just disappeared, and like she was getting like
shit.
all these rent notices on her door. And my brother texted me. He was like, "Dude, she was there the whole time.
What?
We just hadn't seen her. It's Babs, dude. She's found.
She was just there.
Just there.
She didn't check her door that whole time.
She was really quarantining, dude. She didn't even look
Holy
outside of her
shit.
door.
She just instantly pay all the rent, I guess.
I don't know, dude. I don't know what the deal
Or
with
maybe
that
she's
is.
just testing them.
Yeah, like, that's a problem living in the apartments, dude. I either don't know who my neighbors are, or I'm scared of them. That's literally the only two things you get in an apartment building. Like if I know you, it's probably a problem. I shouldn't know you, dude. I don't know who lives at 1113.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah, I know.
All I know is for a while it was either an Indian family or one guy who really enjoys Indian cuisine and loud Indian music. So, it could not be an Indian guy,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure it was
Could
an
have
Indian
been
guy.
you.
Could have been me. It could have been me. Why does this place always smell like Indian? Oh, that's me.
No, they're missing too.
It's just we're both in our side of our apartments thinking the guy next door is an Indian guy.
It was just Dom on the other side of the apartment.
Oh, dude. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Oh, so fucking Tennessee, right?
Mm-hmm.
Flew into Nashville for a shoot the day after. So I think it was like what? It was Friday was our first shoot. And pretty easy, pretty good. Like we flew into Nashville a day after they had like storms for like 2 weeks in a row. There was like flooding and shit.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't really know what to expect. First shoot, didn't catch a fish. Like the whole time we were doing it.
Damn.
And then after that, we had to drive to Knoxville, which is like 3 hours away, 3 hours east, skipping back into Eastern Standard Time.
Nice.
So, no, not nice.
Not
because
nice?
then we lost an hour.
Oh.
So, like, yeah, we like drove in at night and we're like, all right, hopefully there's like food open. We're staying near the university. And there ended up being
What
food
university
open.
is it?
I think it's
Tennessee?
like Tennessee Tech or some shit.
Penn
I don't
Tech.
even know. I'm not sure, to be honest.
Okay.
But so like it was a college town, so there were places open, luckily.
Mm-hmm.
But like we pulled in, we're like, okay, looking at the GPS in Nashville, like, oh, we'll get there like 9:30. Pull into Knoxville, like, oh shit, it's 10:30. Like fuck.
jeez.
Like, and whenever you're like in a place like, I don't know, in any like place you're not normally in, you don't know all the spots. It always sucks to like try to find food, but
Yeah.
it worked out. But we were in Knoxville because in the morning we drove to the Smoky Mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been?
Is that part of the Appalachian?
I'm not sure,
Mountain
but like
range?
it goes through down to like North Carolina, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've like, because I know you've driven to like New Orleans and shit. I don't know
Yeah.
if it goes through there.
All through the Smoky Mountain Trail.
All through the Smokies, dude. It was fucking intense. Like driving just up to where we went fishing there. We like filmed a guy fly fishing in the river.
Did he catch anything?
No, unfortunately.
Damn, dude.
The first line he threw, and like literally right when we got in the water, like he caught something, but it like got off the line, and then yeah, the rest.
He got a bite.
He got a bite, but no fish. But it was cool enough for just like going up there and checking it out, and we like got these big ass waders so we could go in the water.
Nice.
But like because it rained so much, like it was straight up like whitewater rapids.
Jesus.
And like we were walking around with our fucking big ass cameras in the water, and it was no good. Like halfway through the shoot, I was like helping Joey cross the river, and I was holding a lens,
Mm-hmm.
and like luckily he didn't fall, but I did. And I like straight up fell like on both of my shins, like onto rocks, and like literally everything went underwater except like my arm and then like my hat. And I was just like holding a lens up above the water, and I straight up I couldn't move, like because I couldn't get up because I needed to like put my arm down to get up. It was
Yeah.
like fucking rapid. So the fisher guy we were following, he like came over, grabbed the lens, and as I tried to get up,
Not
I just
you.
like I literally flew down the river like 20 feet. Trying to fucking get back up. It was crazy. And it was like fucking 45 degrees, 50 degrees, like outside.
Oh, dude, that
And
sucks.
yeah, when we were getting in the water, I was like, oh, I have waders. Like everything will be dry. Like I'm gonna double up on everything 'cause it's cold. I put on like 2 pairs of socks, put on like my thermo jeans. I put on a shirt, a flannel, and a hoodie. And I literally wore my only warm shit. And I got like dunk tanked in the river.
That sucks,
It fucking blew.
Yeah, I was replying to the ATB stories, and you guys never got back to me, and I was like, they must not be in the mood for jokes right now.
Dude, it was yeah, it sucked. But luckily we didn't lose any gear or like anything got wet.
And all to catch 0 fish. You're on
No, on the last day, we met up with this dude, and
an actual fisherman this time.
they were all fishermen, fishermen and women. But on the last day, we met up with this dude at like ass crack early in Nashville, and he caught like fucking 5 or 6 bass. It was legit.
Nice.
Yeah, one was like 5.5 pounds. It was fucking huge.
Did you eat them?
No,
Did you have to toss them back?
just catch and release. I mean, I don't think we had to, but I think bass, like, apparently they don't taste good.
Well, aren't rockfish bass?
I don't know. I think like largemouth bass in particular don't taste good.
Dude, I ate all kinds of largemouth bass when I was younger.
Well, yeah.
Didn't like them.
I know. You didn't grow up in Stoneleigh, remember?
It's true. It's true. We were catching the good stuff. We were catching bass, baby.
Catching sunnies. We had fish sticks. My parents just put fish on a stick and cooked it.
Did you guys eat fish sticks when you were younger a lot?
Yeah, I feel like every kid had fish sticks.
Yeah,
as a
fish sticks
kid.
are good.
They're okay.
I mean,
think like the amount that I ate them makes me. I think that's why I don't like fish now. It's because how many like fish sticks I had growing up.
yeah, you kind of cross your fish stick threshold pretty early in life.
Yeah, I almost hated chicken tenders for a while because I thought chicken tenders and fish sticks were the same thing.
That's on you,
I
dude.
had to learn.
That's on you.
I had to learn.
I will say one of my favorite things to get from McDonald's is a filet of fish sandwich, which I think is just a fish stick sandwich,
Yeah,
and it's good.
I've never had it.
Definitely
that was
try it.
always a thing. Like, I think like my parents would try to get me to have it. Like, growing up, like for Lent and shit, when like your parents still like make you practice shit religiously because they're like, all right, we want to give you a chance.
Yeah.
If you like it, go
If
for
you
it.
like fish sticks,
If you don't like religion, great. We don't either. We're not gonna go to church ever again. But yeah, like on Good Friday, you're not supposed to eat meat. You're supposed to have like fish and shit.
yeah, Jesus specifically said,
Yeah, Jesus said,
When he-
please get the fillet of fish today instead of the McNuggets. But my parents would let me get McNuggets because I didn't want to get fillet of fish. They're like, don't worry, this really isn't chicken. So
when Jesus turned water into fish sticks and fed the whole village. TGI Friday, microwavable fish sticks.
yeah, I turned water into tartar sauce and one fish stick into 1,000.
And the whole village was like, dude, I fucking hate these things, dude. I'll just die of leprosy then. Fine. Fuck it. Fuck it, dude. Really, Jesus? Fish sticks, bro?
Is Mary Magdalene still around? I'm trying to get a nut off.
Damn, dude, you're gonna talk about a girl Mary Mag like that, bro?
Was that that was the prostitute, right?
She was the whore, yeah.
Yeah.
The most famous whore of all time.
I know. She was the Marilyn Monroe of that time.
She really was.
Yeah.
She was definitely fucking Jesus. Whoever tries to make the claim, and this is where I think religion went wrong.
What if she actually wasn't like a whore, but she was like a whore in the terms of like a teen, like rom-com?
Like a teen
where,
incel?
No, where like, people try to make fun of the girl by calling her a slut or some shit.
Yeah.
So what if she was just that, like she was just like a cool chick and her and Jesus fucked, but like the Romans are like, nah, I love her. But I'm going to say she's a slut, so he breaks up with her and then I can fuck her.
All the Romans said that, dude.
Yeah.
All the Romans were like, no,
The Romans are hot for Mary Magdalene.
collectively, I, as the city of Rome, think Mary Magdalene's a whore bitch. Well, they were just immature, dude. Look, I'll say it. When I was in high school, I was immature, and I just remember thinking any girl who fucked a guy was a whore.
Yeah.
Really, like legitimately. Like I remember, like you would hear a rumor of like, oh my god, did you hear like Carly gave head to Eric? Not you, Eric.
Yeah, not me.
The other,
The cool Eric.
cool Eric, the cool Eric. And we were like, what? Fucking whore. Gross. And then the things would, dude. And then like the rumors would get even worse. And like I remember like this one girl, I don't want to say her name, but like She
Well,
blew.
he said one of them already.
This one girl, she blew like one guy, and then for the rest of like her life of high school, we would just make jokes to each other about like her just give like I remember like we saw like these things called knee savers, which are like basically like
For,
they're
like,
like
gardening?
yeah.
Yeah.
And I just remember me and like Michael Beck be like, yeah, we need to get some of those for Brianna, bro. And in reality, she
Still-
just blew one guy. You make girls blow one guy when you're this age, dude? If you hooked up in high school, dude, everybody knew about it.
Yeah.
And everybody has something to say. Because high school...
No one was getting ass.
Nobody's going to ask. High school was 25% people getting ass and 75% incels.
Yeah.
And we were obviously incels.
Oh yeah.
And that meant that anybody who was getting ass was a fucking whore or a douchebag. Every dude was a douchebag who was getting ass. You had sex? Fucking prick. You
Wow, you bully.
You're a bully, bro. You're bullying me with your life accomplishments, dude. You're bullying me with your lack of virginity, bro. And your sexual experience makes me uncomfortable.
That weird confidence you have now.
The ability to not only talk to girls, but hook up with them, it's ruining my life. It's ruining my life. And that whore, her,
I've literally never even talked to. She doesn't know my name.
so glad I've grown out of that now, dude.
Oh yeah.
So glad now I never think anybody's a whore. But yeah, that could have been the thing, dude. I mean, like, girls fucked one dude back in 2000 AD, or that's now. 1 AD.
Yeah. -2.
-2 AD. After dick, bro. Once that, dude, you're good to go.
Ooh.
Yeah, I feel bad for, but the thing, I think where religion went wrong is not just making people have to eat fish sticks during Lent. That was a misstep.
That was
But
That was
try,
big fish.
yeah, dude.
Not real big
Big
fish. They
fish.
weren't around back then.
Morton, dude. Morton stepped in. That's not even the
Exactly.
salt. That's a salt
He's
guy.
a fisherman. The
Oh.
Morton fisherman or some shit.
Yeah. Well, did he do salt and fish? Oh no, he does salt, but he's a fisherman.
Yeah.
But apparently he was not a good fisherman.
Yeah.
So he
But
just-
you need salt to preserve fish though, I guess, right?
True. He was wearing waders. He always
Yeah,
wore
waders,
waders.
dude.
But, he was just not any good at fishing.
He sucked at it.
But he was great at salting, dude. He knew how to do it. But I think the problem with religion is like you tried to make Jesus seem too perfect, bro.
Yeah.
Like, if you would have just told me that Jesus was just like, honestly, I would prefer, like, my version of Jesus that I believe in. Definitely fun. You think Jesus was funny?
I feel like maybe.
I'm imagining, like, I've heard that, like, there are parts of the Bible that were, like, removed from the King James Version that talked about his years between, like, being born and being 33. Because that's all you hear about. It's just like Jesus is born and everybody's stoked and he's, like, fucking wearing frankincense everywhere or whatever that is, and myrrh.
Yeah, and then he was a
Gold.
carpenter or some shit.
Yeah.
Now he's dead.
Yeah, all you know is that, he's born and then he's a carpenter and then ironically he's nailed to a piece of wood and killed. But you don't hear about his teen years. You don't hear
No.
about his 20s.
Never.
20s are very important, especially if you only live to be 33.
Yeah, what if he was in a band or something?
Maybe.
Who knows?
I mean, the guy was clearly the most famous person of all time, undeniably. But
He had a day job.
He had a day job. You think he was 33 and wasn't fucking, he didn't fuck anybody? Jesus had to be fucking somebody.
Yeah.
Nobody's that perfect, dude. You're the most famous person in history and your best friend is a prostitute. You never hit that, bro?
Yeah, your friend.
Your friend.
Your friend.
Come on, dude. It just makes it too hard to believe, dude. I like to imagine Jesus like funny, kind of a dick. Like he had to be saying some provocative shit to people want to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
He was fucking schooling people.
Oh yeah.
People would say something, be like, "Oh yeah, dude, get fucking pwned, bro." And then he'd say some dope like proverb or something, and people were like, "Oh shit, you just got fucking wrecked." He would ratio people constantly.
Or would he be the kind of person like in his teen years to be like we had the example the other week where like you're at a bar in an argument, someone pulled out their phone. Jesus would be the phone puller outer back then.
Yeah.
He's the only one with internet, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. He could connect to God.
Yeah.
People be debating some stupid shit like
actually,
actually, it is wrong to kill. I just looked it up. It's like, dude, come on. I'm trying to have a fun debate.
Come on, dude. I just spent 20 frankincense on this.
Not gold, frankincense. Yeah, dude. I like to imagine Jesus as kind of a dick. And I wish we knew more about him in those years, you know? It's unfortunate we don't. And then, yeah.
It would be terrible to have, like, a prequel made today, though. Like, I don't want to have, like, a retold story of it. I want to actually hear what happened. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if anything did come out, because anything that would have been left over probably would have been burned down in, like, the library of Alexander, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, that's where all the good stuff was.
That's where all the fucking primo shit was. That was the 18+ section of the library.
Yeah.
That we never got to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like some bullshit's gonna happen where someone's gonna try to make like a Jesus teen years like fictional thing.
I would be down to watch that. Fan fiction. Jesus fanfic.
I would hate it.
Dude, I would be into it, dude. Especially like if like Scorsese did it. Scorsese directed.
I don't know. I'm just imagining like the Phantom Menace, but with Jesus. Like, this is gonna be bad.
I don't think so, bro. You know you'd watch it at least, bro. You know you'd watch it. Because what if, like, there is a lot of, like, stuff that's out that's just not in the Bible where you can read about Jesus. He's in other books, too. He's in the Quran. There's a whole bunch of... Dude, the Quran, he's in that, I think.
Damn, they had a crossover back then?
Yeah, pretty much. The only difference... Dude, all three religions believe in Jesus, but just the Christians think he was the son of God. The other two are just like, dude, he was just a fucking dude who used to bang that whore all the time. And the Christians are like, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. He did not.
No, he didn't have sex.
He didn't ever have sex.
Yeah, Christianity is kind of the incel religion.
Yeah, it is. It is. We base our entire morality around this guy who apparently never
fuck my wife.
Dude, every other prophet fucked. Muhammad fucked.
Yeah, but they're, you know, every religion has its own issues, you know.
Not Islam.
I mean, weren't they a little young? Weren't they on the younger side?
Islam has no issues, dude. None whatsoever.
Did you go to jail recently, Jimmy?
I've converted. I'm Islam and my prophet Muhammad. Dude, Islam actively encouraged fucking, dude. Their reward was like 72 virgins.
Don't drink and you can fuck all you want.
Would you take that deal?
Yeah, maybe. Sure, why not? I'm not drinking right now.
Me neither. We're not drinking or
we
fucking
just had
right
Monsterade. That was it.
now. We're not drinking or fucking, dude. That's not Muslim. That's
Guess
not even.
It's not working.
That's not Christian because Christians drink. We drink wine at church. Jews, dude. We're being Jews right now. I guess. Who fucking knows?
Did they drink wine at church?
I don't think
Jewish
so.
people?
I don't think so.
If they tried to, would it like like a vampire in the sun?
The body and blood of Christ. No!
How did this get mixed in here?
It's weird. It's like, did the Romans kill Jesus or did the Jews kill him? You know?
I mean, I think the Romans, right? I think the Jews gave like the tip off.
The Jews,
but also everyone was a Jew back then.
That is true. Everyone was a Jew back, including Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus was a Jew. But I don't think like the Romans didn't necessarily believe in like the Torah and shit, did they?
No, they
probably
hated
had their
shit.
own shit.
The Romans believed in...
They had like their knockoff Greek god shit, right?
They stole the Greek gods. And they were like, dude, these are dope, but what if we just rename them?
Yeah.
Poseidon? More like Neptune, bro. Ares? Mars. Zeus? Jupiter.
Did they already name the solar system stars like prior to that, or was that after?
No,
the fact?
the solar the planets were
like
named
the
after the
planets.
Roman gods.
Okay.
Which were renamed from the Greek gods.
Okay.
So that's why like Venus.
You ever get jealous?
I actually, I do, because people will always say like, oh, Venus was the name for Aphrodite, which is the goddess of beauty. And everybody's like, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, your desire.
Yeah.
Should be, I'm your Aphrodite.
That doesn't work.
I'm your.
Too many syllables.
Yeah, dude. The Greeks, their problem was they had too many syllables. Even to this day, too many syllables. Only a one syllable country with the longest words.
Yeah.
They were like, dude, save the syllables for our language, dude. Just call it Greece.
Is Mr. Mistopheles? What is that from?
I don't know.
It's from something. But is that a Greek name? Mistopheles?
That sounds
Greek as fuck.
Sounds
Right?
fucking Greek, dude.
Ah, where's Mr. Mistopheles from?
I don't know. Definitely
Probably
Greece,
some
though.
kid shit I watched.
Definitely Greece.
Definitely. Yeah, but fucking hopping back and forth to Eastern to Central time zone like 4 times last week.
Just 1 hour,
Did
though,
a
right?
number on me. Well, I mean, it's only an hour in general, but it's like I think just the driving was like that was wild. Like every day basically driving to and from the beach. But then also like you lose an hour or gain an hour back and forth.
Yeah. I think it's kind of fucked when within the state the time can change.
Right.
I think they should kind of,
Yeah. Fucking keep it together, Tennessee.
But that's the problem. Tennessee's so wide.
it's wide as
It's like the
shit.
only state where the time changes mid-state, I think.
I think it is, yeah.
And it's like, dude, why, dude? Shorten up your state a little bit, bro.
Or just like make the whole thing one thing.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Just go with one time, dude. You want to go to a different part? That'd be weird if like you went to Ocean City, it was a different time zone.
Yeah.
You know? Maryland tries to be wide. We're pretty wide,
Pretty wide.
but we stay in one time zone. You got to give us that.
We're not that wide.
We try though.
We try. We have the Y, kind of. Upside down V.
Mm-hmm.
We're
Dude,
stretching. We split down the middle and we're reaching.
dude, I had first of all, I'm getting a tax refund this year. Very stoked about that. First time
Oh
ever.
my God, I gotta do taxes.
Dude, this is why I've changed my mantra on I always thought that it was a bad thing that I procrastinated, but it turns out it's a good thing
Yeah.
because I decided to be ahead of the game this week and do my taxes before I absolutely needed to.
Yeah.
And then the second after I file my taxes, I get a 1099 in the mail that I didn't file my taxes because I just got it. And so now I got to like either just not do it and take the chance of getting audited, or I tried to like amend my tax return, and TurboTax is like, we're still kind of waiting on the IRS instructions on how to do this. We don't really know how. I was like, really,
It's also
TurboTax?
kind of fucked up that you just got it right now, though.
Well, yeah, it was. I mean, I'm not gonna say the name of the bar, but they are boneheads. They're nice guys, but they are boneheads. And
Boneheads.
yeah, typical Fells Point bros. And you know, I get my thing in the mail. I finally finished my taxes, and literally the next day I'm sitting on the couch, still the thing's pulled up on the computer. My brother walks in, he's like, "Oh, you got this in the mail." He throws it at me. I open it up. It's a fucking 1099. I'm like, God damn it, dude. They already told me I was at medium risk because I claimed like $11,000 in business expenses, which is true because I bought all this shit, you know? And then apparently unemployment's not taxed.
Yeah.
So I thought that I was going to like even
Have
out
to
on.
pay for that or whatever, yeah.
So I did pay estimated taxes over the course of the year. So I get all that back plus some. I'm getting like $2,500 back.
Hey.
It's fucking sick. And now I'm going to
There
get
you go.
audited because
Oh,
they told me
fuck.
I was at medium risk for auditing. Like, dude, you better not fucking audit me.
I mean, get that money back and get a new computer, you know?
Yeah, but then what if Uncle Sam cracks down on me, dude? And he's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, how is that camera related to your business?" And then I got to fucking do some weird convoluted thing where I'm like, "Dude, I mean, and he's like, "How much money do you make off the podcast?" And I'm like, "I mean, not technically any money, but like I'm sure I could spin it in some way and be like, dude, it's part of the studio. I do use it to record people here.
Yeah, you recorded some shit for your band with those cameras already. You
Yeah.
know?
And I record studio, like podcast stuff as income, which
Yeah.
I claim.
There you go.
So there you go.
There you
There's
go.
no law. That's one lesson I learned from my dad. The one of the many. And classic dad lesson too. He's like, hey, Jim, just remember, there's no law that says you got to make money in business. And I was like, basically what he's saying is that like, dude, you can claim a fucking loss on your taxes. You can claim a loss for like 6 years.
Yeah, I mean, that's what financial people do.
Yeah.
They like claim losses on their investments.
Yeah. So apparently I made negative $9,000 in the sophomore industry this year. I'm like, hey, you know what? Maybe I did.
Spend money to make money, baby.
Maybe I did make negative $9,000, Uncle Sam. It's none of your fucking business. I mean, it is exactly your business. But like, back off, you know? I just don't feel like a guy coming into the studio and like asking me a whole bunch of questions and shit.
I don't think they'd come here for it.
I hope they do. I'm actually the only plus side of getting audited is I feel like if he did come, we could kind of like chat up and be like, dude, come on.
You're gonna be a guest.
Like,
Is that
dude,
what you're here for?
You're really auditing
You're
a guy. I never talked to a guy from the IRS before. You know, you're really going to try to audit a guy. I don't even have a bathroom in my studio. I don't have a fucking bathroom. You're trying to get money out of me.
Yeah, jeez.
I got nothing, bro. I got nothing. They're not going to do it. They might. Who fucking knows? I don't care anymore. What's the worst that
feel
can
like
happen? We go to jail.
I feel like there's bigger fish to fry.
There are bigger fish to fry. Here's the other thing, dude. I didn't do anything illegal.
Yeah, no.
I didn't do anything illegal.
Above board on all this shit.
Yeah. I just don't feel like it is. I know it might stand out to somebody if they see that I spent $11,000 on a business that did not make that, you know?
But it's also like that's why companies need like angel investors and shit.
Yeah.
You don't make money initially.
I'm my own angel, baby.
You said this a couple weeks ago. It's a clip on Instagram, man. Anyone can start a business to lose money.
Yes.
And you're just living proof.
I'm living proof of that, dude. I'm living proof of that. Now you're going to audit me? I just told you what I was doing.
I mean, and also, you basically told them what you're doing. You're like,
Yeah.
This is how much money I spent on my business. Check it out. I'm putting everything in here.
Yeah.
I didn't make any money. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. LFTS podcast.
And guess
Follow
what?
us up. Look at the clips.
Prepaid all this shit. You could have kept some of it.
Hey,
But
you could have.
I gave you all the facts. I laid them all out.
Mm-hmm.
Give me it back.
Give me back. Thank you. Speaking of refunds, the whole reason I brought this up, chickens came home to roost this week, dude. 5 years ago, I was a customer at what was then Baltimore County Savings Bank, right across the street.
Ooh.
They were bought out by First National Bank.
Lollipops.
Yep. They had the best. They had the
my
best.
God.
They had the best. R.I.P. Baltimore. BCSB. And they were bought out by First National Bank. And so all of our accounts carried over. And I had a debit card at the time. And I didn't know my account was in the negative. It was like $2 in the negative. And so I made literally 6 transactions.
Yeah.
But they were all like $4 each. They were all like gas station trips. Like $4 here, $6 there, $10 here, $1.50 over there for like one Ferrero Rocher from the Exxon or something like that. And they charged me $35 per transaction as a late
Overcharge,
fee.
yeah.
So it was like $200 something in late fees. I went in, spoke to the lady at the ripe age of like 21 or 22. And I was like, listen, I understand that I made some transactions that put me in the negative, and I understand being fined for it. But also, I've been a customer here for, I don't know, I think it was like 3 years at the time. And I'm currently expected to pay $210 in overdraft fees for charges that amount to like $26. I'm paying $210 for $26 in the negative. It's ridiculous.
Which you can see in the other account that I have.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just take it from there, dude.
Yeah, that's what my bank does. Just
That-
like auto takes what you need over with it.
So she goes, well, you know, and she's like, okay, I tell you what, we'll waive $100 of it. So I still had to pay $110 in fees. And I said, you know what? I tried to like try to put my dick on the table, literally and metaphysically, metaphysically. And I was like, well,
Theoretically.
I was like, well, if I still got to pay that $110, I guess you can just take it out of my account right before you close it out. Now, the problem with that is at 21 years old, my account, well, I'm in there because my account went in the negative. So I think I put a check for like $400 in there. And so I had like $300 in my account. And I was like,
Might as well close it out, Missy. I'll take that in 20s and 10s.
like she's gonna be like, oh no, Mr. Shaleska, we cannot lose your business.
We've made cents on the interest.
You literally cost us money to be here. Please close your account.
You've eaten more in lollipops than your account is worth.
All your overdraft charges were just lollipops at other places. Lollipops from Exxon, lollipops from CVS. Dude, just come here. And so I tried to do the big bluff, and she was like, okay. And so she closed out my account. I'm like, great. Now I got $158 in cash in my pocket. Didn't even write me a check. He's just like, here you go. Just fucking take your money. Get the hell, and don't take a lollipop on the way out. I took one. Ate it right in front of him.
Looked at all the money. This is gonna buy so many lollipops.
And I was like, I'll show them. I'm going to M&T, baby. M&T.
Turns out you need at least $200 to make an account.
Yeah. So I had to work a couple odd jobs. Walk in it.
Cleaned a couple windows.
Walk in MTB. I'm like, sign me up. $200 in ones. Okay.
Soaking wet.
And so I'm with M&T. Last week, I get a text from my mom. You got 2 checks in the mail from First National Bank amounting to $110. And I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, I don't know. They just got here. And
Wow.
I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, I don't know. Apparently, like some law was passed where they're forced to refund unfair charges for overdrafts.
Wow.
And I was like, are you serious, dude? 5 years later, I mean, probably not, but I know that woman was sitting there at her desk when that law was passed and just got, God damn it.
She doesn't even work for that bank anymore.
She said it like a Safeway.
Yeah.
That motherfucker. 5 years later, just walk into First National Bank with a new pair of fucking $100 sunglasses. 110. It was 110 plus tax, bitch. Take a handful of lollipops.
Damn.
Chickens came home to roost, baby.
That's
5
nice.
years later.
That's a nice little paycheck.
I should have been collecting interest on that, dude.
Right? It's in limbo for 5 years.
5 years, you guys have been
Easily
holding
could have
on.
been 120.
At least 120.
Come on.
I should have had that. You know what I could have done with that
You gotta
110
charge
bucks?
them a late fee.
I should. 5 years late, dude.
5 years late. You overdrew this. Let me think. Maybe 20 times.
Yeah.
So $35. That was 20 plus 110.
I just couldn't believe it, dude. I was stoked though. I mean, that's $110. Like, you know, when you lose $100, you remember it for like a week, and then you get over it. You know, I lost $100 at Cheesecake Factory one day just because I left it in a check presenter, and then it was two $50 bills, and I remember I went back, I searched every check presenter, couldn't find it. I know who fucking stole it too. I just couldn't accuse him because I didn't know for sure. And the managers were like, "Oh well, you know." We'll check the cameras. And I remember going in the manager's office, Chris.
Yeah, he was banging a waitress.
Yeah, a hostess.
A hostess.
A host.
Okay, sorry. It was a hostess.
A hostess. And he's the, hostess walks out and I walk in. I'm like, dude, did you check the cameras yet? He's like, I hope not. And then I'm like, dude, if this was your $100, you would check the camera. You know that, right? And he's like, well, we really don't have an angle at that place. I'm like, you haven't even checked, dude. You haven't even checked. So I was pissed off about that for like a week. And then you just got to let it go.
Yeah, you
But
can't hold on to that.
What if that $100 comes back sometime?
Ooh.
What if Cheesecake Factory, when they finally fired, he's still not fired.
Yeah, he's just banging waitress or hostesses. Sorry.
Yeah.
Somewhere else.
At every location, they're like, okay, you can't bang Columbia hostesses anymore. We're sending you to San Francisco.
Yeah, just move them around like the Catholic Church.
Yeah, exactly. But maybe one day they run out of locations to send him to, and then they're forced to refund me my $100 with a check.
He stole.
And he
stole for Plan B.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I just, I want those chickens to come home to roost, dude. But I don't know if they will. But First National Bank, I feel like I won.
You
long
won that
time
shit.
coming, dude.
That's
I
like
knew I was right.
that's also like a nice victory because you've gotten over it. I assume.
Way over.
I hope you still weren't stewing over that.
Oh, dude.
Maybe the first 2 years.
First 2 years.
First 2 years, I get it. But 5 years off, you already are far away from that $110 is just like a victory on top of already being good. So that's even better. That's like double victory.
It was more, the $100 means nothing to me.
No, it doesn't mean anything.
What
but
it means to me is I was right.
retribution.
That when I was in there as a 22-year-old, whatever age I was, and I put my balls on the table and said, then you're just going to have to close my account. And they said, who fucking cares, bro? See you later, you broke bitch. And I was like, okay. And I remember ranting and raving about that for like a week to you guys. I'm sure I told you the whole story.
I remember, yeah.
And to finally realize that somewhere down the line, somebody was like, this is fucked up. I'm waiting for me to get my fucking refund from Patient First for my $560 STD test.
Yeah.
When's that happening?
Dude, I'm trying to... I hope like somewhere down the line Comcast gets fucked by like monopoly laws and everyone just gets like a nice little payout from them.
Way too much money, dude.
Yeah.
Way
too much money on fucking internet and TV.
My utilities in my building have gone up like literally $100
Jesus.
every month because they hired a new company to do it, and now they're assessing all the fucking usage just based off square footage. Like not based off usage.
Yeah.
Just how big. It's like, dude, that's not fair. We don't use heat. We use the rest. I mean, I guess technically it is fair because I just leech off of everybody else's heat.
Yeah.
And now I'm just paying for it.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, like, you know, what am I taking 65 showers a month?
Yeah, fuck that.
You know, I mean, I guess technically between me and Dom, if we showered every day, it would be about 60. But we're not doing that. We're not doing
And you don't want to pay for that.
I don't want to pay for that. Spread that shit out. Why am I paying for that? You know?
Yeah, fuck that.
It's like literally unaffordable now. And it's like, my brother was like, you got to call him and say, I was like, Tom, what do you want me to say? The only thing I can say is we're leaving.
Yeah.
And I can't leave right now, dude. I don't know where to go. You know? They just keep charging us more.
You
and
guys
fucking
should
more.
get out of there though.
I agree. It's about that time to fucking get out of there. But that's just another thing. It's like, you know, I hate not having leverage, dude. I hate when you know you're right, but you have nothing to like make yourself right, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's like that's the way I felt with the Patient First thing. It's like I know this is fucked up, but there's nothing I can do.
Yeah, especially after you calling them out, being like, "Oh yeah, we can probably take $100 off that." And you're like, "What? It's that easy? Why are you gonna make it that like 500 then or 600?"
You weren't gonna say that. You're like,
Yeah.
if you pay it right now, we'll take 20% off. It's like I was already planning on paying it right. Like,
Yeah,
what are you
what
talking
the
about?
fuck?
If I didn't call, you just should have fucking left that out of the agreement.
Yeah, Jesus.
I got.
That's what feels so good about taking like the COVID tests because like the government's just paying for them.
Love it.
I've taken so many.
What if their chickens come home to roost on us now, dude? What if like 10 years down the
Don't say
line they
that,
bill
don't
us
say
for
that,
COVID tests?
Don't say that.
They're like, you have to pay for all the ones that were stolen from Walgreens.
Is the
Plus your own.
vaccine free?
I think so. It's got to be
Okay,
free.
I hope so.
Do you know how much of a Twitter firestorm that would be if the vaccine wasn't free?
Yeah, it'd be crazy.
We'd never hear the end of it.
Yeah,
We'd never hear the end of it.
I like pre-signed up or whatever, but I haven't heard anything.
You got to talk to Joe and John. They've apparently already gotten their first shots.
My brother did too. Apparently, our cousin is like giving out the shots at the sites.
Oh, hit him up, dude.
I will eventually, I think. But I also kind of want to wait for one that's just like one and done. I don't want to do like a 2-step process.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of sucks.
Yeah, well, which one's the one-shot one?
Like Johnson & Johnson, I think. Because what's the 2-step one's the Pfizer, I think. Is the Moderna a one-shot one too?
I have no fucking clue, honestly.
I don't know either.
I have no fucking clue.
But I think Johnson & Johnson is a one-shot.
Well, they say the Johnson & Johnson is like the droid phone of the vaccines.
Yeah.
You got to get the 2-shotter.
I don't know. I wouldn't like. Yeah. No, you're not going to see me green texting with a one-shot shot. So I don't really care that much.
I mean, they got all. What if you get the one from China with the hamster over he sells, dude? Why can't we get that one?
I'll do it.
fucking grow a tail like a hamster.
Dude, I've wanted a tail.
We've been wanting a tail this whole time.
We've been wanting tails the whole time. As long as they have hair.
Yeah, dude. Hamsters don't have hairy tails. Though.
Fuck. Okay.
Rodents, bro.
Don't they have like a little bushy tail?
No, you're thinking of Peter Cottontail.
Hamsters? Are you sure?
You know what
I
you're
guess
thinking?
maybe they do have a little waggle tail, but there is hair on it, I think.
I don't think so, dude. Squirrels have bushy tails. Did you ever play gray squirrel in Boy Scouts?
Gray squirrel? No.
Okay, so the reason I quit Boy Scouts was because my troop sucked. And every time you'd lose something on a camping trip, they'd make you get in the middle of a circle and you'd have to go, gray squirrel, shake your bushy tail. Gray squirrel, something, blah, blah, blah. And I like lost my pocket knife. And on the last day, all the older scouts were like, Jimmy, gray squirrel. And I was like, dude, what? I was like 11 and I was like, dude, this is the dumbest thing ever, bro. Just give me my fucking pocket knife, dude.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I gotta shake my ass in front of the scout instructor now?
Yeah, what the fuck?
What the fuck, dude?
That's like that's a weird shit. We never did anything like that in my troop.
Yeah, I know, dude. Fucking I probably would have stayed in Boy Scouts if my troop didn't suck so much.
Yeah.
We were just so lame, dude.
Yeah.
Lame. You guys were smoking and shit. That's awesome, dude. Our elders were fucking inventing stupid dances for us. Like, this sucks, dude.
Yeah, that's lame as shit.
I don't even want to be an Eagle Scout now.
We would always like you'd come up with like the chants and stuff too, like
Yeah.
before going to eat and like summer camp.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think we did it, but one of the other troops like made their chant the fucking 369 song. So they'd be like, Troop 19, damn, we fine. Ooh, shit, or like whatever the fuck. And they'd get to the skeet part, but I forget what they said. They might have even said skeet because you could get away with saying skeet back then.
Yeah, also it could have been skeet shooting.
Yeah, true.
And it's Boy Scouts. That's like a merit badge.
Yeah,
There's
but
skeet badge.
That was always funny. We had like a song like that, but like it was more like jokey. But it wasn't like lame jokey. It was like edgy jokey.
Hell yeah, dude. I remember
For like whatever that age range was. Yeah.
Did you guys have like little mini like squads within your troop, like different like platoons or whatever? What was your platoon's name?
Well, not really so much like that, but like I feel like everyone would break off into like their groups, like the whatever, like if you're like tenderfoot or like whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, we didn't have like squads like that.
Yeah, we had like
we weren't that big.
official squads, and ours was the Eagles. And I remember when I first realized that Boy Scouts sucked was when we were trying to come up with a chant for our squad. And my pitch at 11 years old was, I thought it sucked, and I still think it sucks. And it was, Eagles, Eagles, turn the page. You're about to face our rage.
No.
And then every lame dude in my squad was like, dude, that's fucking awesome. And then we used that.
Christ.
And so they went with that. And then we'd be at like camping trips about to do something as a squad, and we'd all have to go, Eagles, Eagles, turn. Like, dude, I was like, I wrote this and I hate this, dude. This is the dumbest thing ever, dude.
That's so lame.
So lame, dude.
Yeah.
But when you're 11.
Yeah, ours was mainly broken up like it was kind of just like high school. Like everyone kind of just like grouped up with the people their age. And then like everyone also still just kind of hung out with each other.
It was ruined for me, dude.
That's so funny.
It was ruined for me. I remember on the last day when we were leaving Boy Scouts, my dad was like, you just want to quit this shit? And I was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, this shit's fucking gay.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have done it if I was in your shoes, you know?
We could have been boys, though, at least.
Yeah.
We could have been boys.
I was thinking more of like a swap, like you were in my troop and I was in yours.
Oh, yeah. The trade-off, the trade.
I feel like you would have stayed if you're in my troop.
Then I would be the Eagle Scout, and you would be the Tenderfoot right now.
Yeah, dude.
And I would have brought my sick chant writing skills to your troop and made that troop lame. And then 828 would have been the cool troop that you were in, and you would have come up with like some fire ass chant, and then all the older people would have been like, dude, we should start fucking smoking now, dude. Like, this is sick, dude. Like, the vibe is like totally different now, dude.
We gotta go get Powerades from the scout store and make gravity bongs.
Dude, one of our fucking troop leaders was a convicted sex offender that was in jail for like 10 years.
What?
Literally.
For women or hopefully not kids.
Yeah, for kids.
Wait, what? How is he allowed to be the scout leader?
Because our troop sucks, dude. Our troop sucks.
Dude, you had like the nightmare troop. And all nerds and the scoutmaster was a fucking pedophile.
Not the lead scoutmaster, but like one of the like branch
The
off.
step scoutmaster.
The step. Yeah. So it wasn't as weird. It was a step.
It made sense.
It wasn't blood related. No, he was a janitor at Towson High School.
Oh, like the Wolfman?
No, not the Wolfman.
Oh,
He did look like a Wolfman. He was a janitor. His son was in our troop. His son lived on my street and was one of my good friends. Totally cool guy.
I mean, if his son was in the troop, that makes sense. I just assumed it was like, dude was straight out of prison. Like, I'm reformed now.
Dude.
Let me help in the community.
Okay, I'm just going to run you through what happened, and then you can tell me how you feel about it.
Okay.
Okay, so this guy was a janitor at Towson High School in the 90s. He was caught having sex with a 14-year-old student in the janitor's closet on a mattress that he had brought in, and he would basically like work the night shifts, and like she would come back to the high school at night and they would just fuck in the school. And he was caught doing that, and he was sent to jail for like many years.
Yeah.
And then he gets out.
How old was he?
At the time, I mean, he had 2 kids at the time, so he was
Okay,
probably at
yeah,
least in his
he's old.
30s.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
I mean, kind of, yeah, I would say, yeah, definitely weird. You know,
Yeah.
you're 35 years old with
He
2
was
kids
like,
and a wife.
Yeah, that's really weird.
And you're fucking a 14-year-old girl
That's fucking really
in a
weird.
janitor's, in a broom
That's
closet.
like a freshman.
Yeah, you're fucking a freshman, bro.
You're fucking a freshman, bro. You're
It's-
fucking fresh meat.
Yeah, it's questionable when a senior's fucking a
I
freshman.
know. I was trying to like be like, all right, is this like his first job out of high school? Like, is
Yeah.
he like 17, turning 18, or maybe just turned 18? But
Yeah.
no, if he's like in his 30s,
Dude, if he was 17 and doing that, that would be kind of cool.
premeditated, brought a mattress into the room to fuck on.
Like he set up a sex dungeon in
Yeah,
Towson
in
High School.
like in the high
Yeah.
school. That's crazy.
And then he wasn't just a troop parent. Like he wasn't just a parent who had a kid who would come. He was like in uniform, like a leader,
Yeah.
like with lead instructions and
Yeah,
things
yeah,
like that. And it's like the older it's like, dude, first of all, there's no fucking way that would be allowed now. Can you imagine that?
No, that's crazy.
And this guy was just on every trip.
I mean, I guess it's like better that it's not better, but I'm just like, it wasn't a boy, I guess, so maybe that's why people rationalized it. But also, like, I wouldn't feel comfortable if like he was on a trip and like me and my daughter were visiting my son on a fucking like, I don't want him hitting on my
dude.
daughter or some
Yeah,
shit.
but your daughter's like 16. You're like, she's probably too old for him. Fuck it.
Yeah.
We're good.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude, that shit, like thinking back on that, it's like, I can't believe not a single parent ever said anything about that.
I mean, I guess
They all
maybe-
knew.
Did they all know?
It was all over the news. Dude,
okay, like it happened like
it was a very high profile case.
oh shit.
Everyone knew. Everyone knew.
Jeez.
The kids knew. We all knew.
Oh fuck.
And is it any coincidence we had to do fucking Gray Squirrel and we lost something? That guy probably stole my pocket
He
knife.
probably invented Gray Squirrel.
He probably did, dude.
Jesus Christ.
He found my pocket knife on the table. He was like,
Perfect.
Perfect. Hey, Jimmy. Like, oh, my God,
Gray
dude.
Squirrel.
Like, come on.
Jimmy, how old are you again? 14? Perfect.
Perfect. That's my ideal age.
Come over to my mattress. Let's play a little Gray Squirrel.
Unbelievable, dude. Yeah, dude. That I mean, just thinking back on that, it just doesn't seem right. Obviously, it doesn't seem right. Why am I tiptoeing around this issue? It was wrong, dude. Why was I in there? Why did my parents keep me in there? My dad was just like, "Oh yeah, he's a fucking weirdo."
Yeah, I mean, he lives down the street, so I mean, you're already exposed to him, so why not?
Yeah, you're already in his bubble.
You're already in his bubble.
Look. What am I not let you outside and play basketball with his son? Not gonna let you hang out in his basement and play video games with him? No, you're going over there. You've been in his house. You can go on a camping trip with the guy. My dad didn't care. until he heard about Gray Squirrel and he was like, well, we're fucking out of here. Completely unrelated to the registered sex offender. And not just a weak case. That's a hardline case.
That's like, yeah, caught red-handed too.
Literally, he was caught fucking the girl.
Yeah.
How do you explain yourself out of that?
Yeah, yeah.
Not even during
It's
school
not
hours.
Like, it's not a he said, she said. It's like
we saw.
Yeah, we saw. Also, you have a mattress in here. Like, you would have gotten fired and maybe sent to jail for like living at a school too. Like,
yeah. Why were you?
Yeah. How is that also overlooked? Like by the daytime janitor? Was he just like, is the nighttime guy falling on hard times? Or why is there a stain in the middle of it?
Oh my God, dude. You got it. I mean, the daytime janitor, if there's anybody that should have known,
he should be in prison too.
that guy should. That guy was a fucking
He was accessory.
He was accessory, dude. You're walking around, dude, noticing mattresses in odd places, dude. You gotta
speak up.
see something, say something, dude. Anytime you see a mattress in a closet, you gotta say something.
Yeah.
You know?
Jesus.
Yeah, no good, dude. No good. So Scouts for me is getting a no offense, but it's getting a thumbs down from me. I think that this one I can safely give it a thumbs down with no hard feelings.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, nothing like that ever happened to my troop, I don't think.
You're lucky, dude. You're lucky.
Jesus Christ.
You're lucky. Yeah. Eagles, turn the page, baby. Other than that, I mean, I played at 510 Johnny's in Bel Air. Shouts
Nice.
out DJ Lil Marvin.
Whoa.
He was playing directly after us at 10. We played 6 to 10. And for some reason, he was already there when we got there to set up at like 5:30.
Hell yeah.
And then he was like, yo, you want me to play during your breaks? And I was like, now my thing with music is my biggest pet peeve was has always been when the bar, it's not usually a DJ during my sets, but like if I just tell the bar like, okay, I'm going on break, you guys can pop on music.
And they put on shit that like changes the mood.
Yeah. Like I'll be playing like acoustic shit with Joe, like slow jams and fucking dinner music, and then like they'll literally like turn on fucking break and it's like shots. And I'm like, how am I supposed to come back up after that? Like it's literally like, it's getting hot in here. And then I'm like, all right, this is Goo Goo Dolls. It's like you can't do it.
Yeah.
So
you
he was
start
like
noticing people are like getting into it more so. Like,
yeah.
like people start dancing. You're like, you're dancing for my shit, you bitch.
Yeah. Like, people are actively enjoying the breaks and actively not enjoying my sets. I'm like, come on, dude. Come on.
Come on, wait till I'm done, man.
Yeah, dude. Couldn't dance to fucking Slide. Couldn't dance to fucking Marcy Playground. So he's like, yo, you want me to play during your breaks? And I had to say it. I was like, all right, man. But the only thing I'll ask is if you could please maybe just try to keep it in like the same vibe. You know what I mean? Like try to play music that's like similar to what we're doing so it doesn't kind of throw people. And he's like, nah, but what I'm thinking, yo, is I'm going to let you do your thing. And then like, because that's your thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to do the opposite. Because that way it's like, you know, I kind of like doing that. It's like, you know, you do your thing and I'll play some hard shit. And then you come back up and then it like throws people on a vibe shift. And I was like, I really feel like, you know, you should save that shit for like after and then like just kind of play like, you know, nothing crazy. He's like, all right, I don't play nothing crazy. And then he just proceeded to play crazy shit during my breaks. Every break. Just every break. And just like loud as fuck. And like awesome guy, but I liked him a lot. We were yucking it up and joking the whole time.
Yeah.
And
He's
Joe,
just a hard worker. He's like
Yeah.
just trying to like fill a slot that's not there. Like
Yeah.
he's trying to show initiative, I think.
Yeah. And you know, it worked out. It didn't matter, but it was just funny. Joe and I were just sitting at the bar with fucking like Cardi B blasting our ears, and we're just
Hell
like,
yeah.
what are we playing next at Hotel California? Okay, cool. Jesus Christ. It was just funny. And then I got asked, I'm playing this event at Sagamore Spirit Distillery on the 24th, private event. Don't know how they got my information. They just hit me up out of nowhere. And then they said, could you send us a certificate of your insurance? And I was like thinking, I was like medical insurance or like, and then I realized that they meant like band insurance.
Yeah.
At which point I then learned that that's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I felt like an idiot. And I didn't want to reply and be like, what? I've never heard of that.
Yeah,
so
we have to get that for some film shit sometimes.
So I thought like, well, if I reply saying I'm not familiar with it, they're going to think I'm a fucking joke. You know, like what kind of business are you? So I thought like maybe I'll just make something up. Like, well, we had it up until 2020, but you know, we weren't really getting any events obviously because of the pandemic. So we decided that cost wasn't worth it to be carrying that over the course of that year. So we let it lapse. And, you know, gigs are just starting to open up, so we haven't started a new thing. And then I was like, no, what if they ask for that pot? What if they're like, oh, well, why don't you just send us that one? And then I got to make up another lie and be like, oh, well, the thing, they kind of went under in like a marketing scam. You ever heard of like Enron? I don't know, just like making a bunch of shit, digging myself into a deeper and deeper lie. And finally, I just replied and I was like, I said, we do not currently carry insurance for the band, leaving a lot of open holes. Like, did we used to? Are we planning on it? Do we have other insurances that aren't for the band as a whole? They don't know.
Probably not.
Probably not. I don't even have health insurance. You think I got band insurance?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like, what the, like, I don't know what, it never even crossed my mind as a thing. Like, what could happen? Like, is it like if my speaker explodes or something, or like?
Yeah, I think it's like, it's that alongside like, I guess they don't like, they want to have like a policy if you damage their property or something. That's kind of what I assumed it was for when we do filming shit. Like we usually have to send like, if like we're renting equipment or like renting a location and it's like a big shoot and we're like getting fucking like all that shit taken care of and getting like, you know, paying for permits and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more so for like if we fuck something up at a place, the insurance will take care of it, like, and the person won't be fucked.
That makes sense. Well, I just said, is that gonna be a requirement? And she was like, nope, just double checking. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I guess you're fucked because we're gonna fucking destroy. We're gonna walk in and just throw a speaker into the fucking pool, and who fucking knows? Just, you know, I was legitimately like dumbfounded by it, and then I just realized you learn something new every day. You know, I've been doing this for 5 years professionally. I never heard of band insurance.
Yeah, I feel like if you guys had like pyrotechnics, you might need it, but
yeah.
I don't think you guys are pulling anything off that's gonna like cause any sort of injury or damage.
One of our patrons committed suicide after your rendition of Jumper by Third Eye Blind. They did not step back from that ledge, my friend. You owe us big bucks. I'm just like, God damn it. If only I had Third Eye Blind insurance. Yeah, I mean, so now I know, and now I still not getting it. I'm not getting band insurance.
Yeah, I don't think you need it right now.
Do the math here, dude.
Like maybe if you had like maybe if you had like a fucking $2 million guitar or some shit, you know, you'd have insurance on that.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, you don't need it.
Nothing I own.
And as long as like they're not requiring you to get it, don't get it because it's just gonna cost money.
But now
it's gonna be for one gig and you're never gonna use it again.
Exactly. I was thinking like, look, a year policy might cost like $600, and this gig is like barely more than that. So it's like, what am I gonna basically make $50 off a gig, and now have insurance?
Yeah, and still have to pay John and Joe.
Yeah, lose money.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be fucked up.
It would be fucked up. I'm glad. Yeah, I've never been asked for it, so I mean, I'm not getting it. So, band insurance.
Yeah, you don't need that.
Who knew?
We had to stop on the way back from the Smoky Mountains to get food in Tennessee, in like the middle of fucking nowhere. I forget like what the town's name was, but like we were just like driving. We got hungry, and I was like, "What's like the best place near here?" I searched it on Google, and it was a place called Spanky's.
Yes, dude, that sounds good. That does sound like the best place near here.
Nah, it really wasn't.
Oh, it wasn't good?
It kind of sucked. It reminded me of like the Pepper Mill. Like I feel like everything didn't really have much flavor. Like it wasn't like out there. Like it
Yeah.
was like it was food, you know, like it was eat edible and shit. And I feel like my shit would have been good, but like they fucking somehow. I feel like you would like this, but I hated it.
Oh, here we go.
They somehow had like mayonnaise on the inside of the hamburger.
Oh,
Like it was a mayonnaise filled burger almost. And I was like, this
I
is
might have
fucking
liked that.
bullshit.
You said no
don't
mayo
know.
on the burger, sir. You did
Yeah.
not say no mayo in the burger.
Dude, they were like, I was like, no cheese, no mayo. Fucking yeah. So that was a whole thing.
Spanky's, home of the original mayo burger.
Yeah, dude. The mayo lava burger.
It's like a fucking jelly donut, like a Boston cream full of fucking
It was
mayo, dude.
Unreal. I don't even know how it happened. Like, I don't know if like somehow like that happened in the process of putting the mayonnaise on the burger. Somehow it got inside. But, like, it was straight up mayonnaise in the middle of the patty.
Oh,
I like
my.
pulled. I took a bite and I was like, "Where is this mayonnaise coming from?"
That sucks, dude. I
was
love mayo and I don't
insane.
even like that, dude. Who would like
I
that?
don't fucking know.
There's a time and place for everything, dude, and it is not in the middle of a burger for mayo, dude. There's only one thing I will accept in the middle of a burger.
I guess cheese, maybe.
No,
I feel
even
like
that
some
would
people
suck.
would like cheese.
I feel like I've seen it done before and it sucks. So just put it on top.
Yeah.
There's no need to put anything
I don't
in a
think-
burger.
Yeah, you don't need to stuff a burger.
Stuffed crust pizza, good. Stuffed burger, no good.
No.
They just put all the content like lettuce filled with like lettuce, tomato, onions,
fuck
and like
that.
mayo inside the burger. That would suck.
Yeah, that would be uneatable.
Fucking Spankies, dude. No good.
Yeah, and of course they're called Spankies.
Of course they're called Spankies, dude.
We Joey asked like the waitress like what her favorite thing to get was, and she was like, I either like the Jack Daniel's barbecue sauce pork chop or the Jack Daniel's barbecue sauce chicken. And he was like, I'll get the chicken, I guess. And when like it came with mashed potatoes and shit. And when they brought it out, it was like a shriveled ass burnt piece of chicken with like no sauce on it. Like literally one shriveled up breast and like a mismatched mountain of fucking mashed potatoes that looked like they're out of a box. It
you
looked
got-
so unappetizing.
You just realize there's just a masturbation themed bar. It's like, I love the Jack chicken. Did you mean jerked? No, Jack.
Jack, yeah,
chicken.
no,
Jack
it's
chicken.
actually jelked too.
And the mayo filled burger.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck was going on.
Oh, we love that here at Spanky's.
Yeah, but that was the Spanky situation.
That's hilarious, though, dude. Oh my
Apparently
god.
the best place in that neck of the woods.
What was the town again? Knoxville?
No, it was it might have been Cookville
Spanksville?
or Cooksville or some shit. Cooksville, Tennessee.
Oh my god, dude. Cooksville. You'd think they'd have better food.
You'd think.
You'd fucking
You'd
think.
think. We like passed like a Taco Bell too, and like we're both just like after leaving the place. First of all, we hadn't crossed over into Central Time yet, so we were like, I think we lost an hour. Like we gained one back or whatever. But when we originally looked at the GPS, we were like, okay, it says 9:30. We'll get there at 8:30. Like that'll be great. But then halfway through, we got hungry. When we finally got to the hotel, we looked at the fucking clock and it was like 11 o'clock. we were at Spanky's for an hour and a half and we both hated the food. This was like right after being in the water all day too. So we were both just like tired in like a daze at Spanky's, like not even understanding what was going on. Like, it was fucked up.
I love that, dude. I love going to fucked up places when you're just all tired and wet.
Just fucking
the finer
very,
things in life.
very cold. It was night in fucking Cookville. It was cold. Fucking my hoodie and my flannel or my fleece were fucking wet as shit in the car.
Jeez Louise, dude. I'm sorry to hear about that, dude. Well, at least now you know
It all worked out.
where not to go this weekend when you go back to the wide state, the old
Oh,
wide state.
I'm going to Georgia this time.
Ooh, one of the more appropriately
Appropriately
proportioned states.
spaced state, yeah.
Good
So,
state.
Yeah, I think we're just kind of going to Atlanta and then like traveling out of there each day.
Dope.
Each place isn't like that far away, so should be
Right,
good.
dude. You know what you should do? If you remember, could you bring me back a peach?
A peach.
Like a Georgia peach.
Interesting.
I want to know if they're better.
I can try. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fly with fruit though. Or is that just like to?
Oh, I thought you were driving. I don't know if
No,
you can
no.
fly with fruit.
I don't know.
That's one of those
I don't know
things.
how that works. I just know like some states don't allow it or some shit.
I could see there's a bunch of shit that's like random that you can't fly with, and I could see specifically peaches being like
Yeah, for no reason.
just no reason.
Yeah.
Nope, can't do it. Okay.
I'll
well,
try though. Maybe I'll get you a peach like something else though.
Okay.
Studio memorabilia.
There we go. A perishable peach item that I will hang on the mantle and watch it slowly
I'll
rot.
eat a peach down there. Take the pit home. Give
And
it to you,
I'll plant a peach tree in the back
and then you'll be able to taste Georgia peaches
Finally.
when it finally grows.
With that
It's like
sweet
30 years or
Lutherville
whatever.
dirt. That Lutherville dirt, baby.
Just the fucking soil we peed on. For
This
8,
peach tastes like
9
piss.
years.
Nothing's growing back there, dude. Nothing is growing back there. Oh man, I did find a mouse nest back there,
Ooh.
and they were all. I thought about killing them. I went into
They're
like my
cute.
Charlie from Always Sunny mode, where I was like, I could bat. Like there is like a little nest that's like built out of like fur, and they were all just like they weren't
Are you
rats.
sure it wasn't rabbits?
No, they were mice. They had
Okay.
hairless tails.
Oh, okay.
John walked back. He's like, dude, there's like an animal back there. And I was like, what? And he's like, I'm telling you. And I was like, okay. So I went back there. We looked at it. I shined the flashlight on it. And there was like 7 mice just all curled up, nestled up against each other. Like they looked kind of cute
Yeah.
in their little nest. And I was like, dude, John, I could kill all of them right now and get rid of all my problems. But then I thought about it and I was like, not like this.
Yeah.
I got to make it a fair fight. I'm going to set some traps, remove myself from the situation. Let the traps do the talking.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't go back there in my fucking flip-flops with a stick
Oh my
and just smash 7 fucking mice behind the garage.
That's what the rat sticks
That
for.
is.
That's what the bat's for.
I've been waiting for this moment. Just fucking.
Oh my god, yeah.
That would be some real. That would be some real white trash
That's
shit.
Charlie work.
that would be one of my low points in life, dude. Just bashing rats with a nail
And
bat.
Also, like, yeah, I feel like I've watched too many like fucking Disney movies. I'm like thinking about like, oh no, what about the one that lives and has to fend for himself, and it's like 5 goes west or some shit.
God. Yeah, dude. And now it's been living with you ever since. Like I had a strange dream last night, in between window dreams, where I was in Ocean City, but Ocean City just looked like Cockeysville kind of, and it was just like a long road, and like every now and then there would be something, and my car broke down, and this dream is not gonna make any sense, so don't even try to follow it.
Okay.
And I remember I caught 2 pet pelicans. But the
Ooh.
pelicans weren't pelicans. They were little, like, dragon black looking things that were like the size of your hand. And they looked kind of like that Pokemon. Remember, what was that Pokemon that it was like in the 2nd gen? It was like a mysterious bird, and it was like a white one.
Oh, Lugia.
Lugia. It looked like black Lugias
Ooh.
that were like this big. And I had 2 of them.
Ooh.
And then I was on this journey. I was being chased by an older woman on foot.
About 45 years old. Kind of looked like my neighbor.
On foot. And turns out, and she was
Turns out she just wanted guitar lessons.
I was running, and she was chasing me in a Nissan Murano, which is that a car?
I don't fucking
Shit,
know.
who knows? It was like an SUV, sports. It was a SUV, like a hatchback, and she chased me, and I'm running, classic dream situation. I'm not running very fast, and I finally escape, and then I'm like, but wait, where's my car? because I got to be at a gig at Backyard Towson in like 30 minutes, and I'm all the way in Ocean City, which looks like Cockeysville. I don't have a car, so it's nighttime, and I walk all the way up to like 145th Street, and which is just the only thing on 145th Street is a body shop, like a towing place. I walk in, he's like, "That's your car," and I was like, "That's not my car. That's the older woman's car that was just chasing me, dude." And he's like, "Oh, that's not it? Oh, that's your car." And then he points to my Altima, and my Altima is burned to a fucking crisp. I'm like, dude, how the fuck am I gonna get to my gig, bro? So then I'm walking back. I'm walking to Baltimore now. I'm walking to Baltimore. 2 Pelicans
I only
fly.
have 20 minutes now.
I'm never gonna get there in time. I still gotta set up. How am I gonna explain this? How am I gonna explain
My
this?
stuff was in the car.
It's burned to a crisp, dude. All I have are these 2 pet pelicans that aren't pelicans. They're little black dragons. And I'm walking back, and my mom is in the middle of the road, and she's like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "Mom, I'm late for a gig. I don't have time for this." She's like, "This is exactly why your pelicans are dead." And I look down, my pelicans are dead. And I'm like, "God damn it, Mom, what the fuck?" So I'm like, "Mom, whatever." So I keep walking. I find 2 more pelicans. I find 2 more pelicans, and I'm like, "See, I showed them. I got them." And I was like, "All right, I'm good to go." And now I'm in like Philadelphia. I don't know why I'm in Philadelphia. I'm in like some weird back street.
You went too far. You walked too far by accident.
Wrong direction, dude. And I'm like, well, at least I proved my mom wrong. I got these 2 pelicans. And then suddenly I'm in my basement, and my mom peeps around the corner, and she's like, "No, you don't." And I look down, and on the basement floor, both my pelicans are squashed like cave crickets on the basement floor.
Oh.
And I was like, and I woke up. And the whole day, I've been thinking, what could this mean? Why were pelicans dragons? Why was my mom talking so much smack?
I don't know, dude. She's got it out for you.
Oh, dude, it's been really sticking with me all day. I don't know.
That was vivid.
Vivid. Dude, I have those types of dreams where it changes your vibe the whole day. And I don't know if you've had this as well, but I have dream settings that are always the same. Like, I return to the same places all the time. They're always familiar. Like, my dream version of Ocean City is always the same. It's always a very long row with not a lot going on, with like a bar that's never open, like a tavern. I'm always in a parking lot behind a bar, and I'm always the only one, and like there's just random characters. It's always, I never have a good dream there. And then like I never have a good dream in Ocean City. And like, but I return to the same places all the time. There's a warehouse I always wind up in. It's the same place. It's like my mind has like a dream world.
Yeah.
And I'm never in a place I don't know. I'll have a dream like once a year where I'm in that same spot all the time. And then different shit happens. And this time it was an Ocean City dream. And then it's like, you know, all the cities that I go to, it's always my weird dream version of them. And they're always very like shit. I never have, any dream I remember sucks. I'm sure I have good dreams.
Yeah, but the ones where like something memorable happens always is like oh fuck.
They're
You,
always
like, wake up real quick out of it.
desolate and like scary and, you know, oddly familiar. And so I've been thinking about the metaphor. Honestly, I think it means that I should stop smoking cigs. That's what I've gathered. I woke up with this sudden feeling that I shouldn't be smoking cigarettes. I don't know why, but that's what I took from it.
There you go. Do you think the little 2 black little pelicans are those maybe your lungs?
Yes,
Maybe.
that's exactly what I thought.
Ooh.
And my mom over the weekend just casually was like, I smoked a cig. She was like, "Don't lose that voice." And I was like, and then in my dream, she's talking about my pelicans dying.
Ooh. What if that's your voice then?
That's what I think it was, dude. No coincidence that I had to show up to a gig in that dream.
Yeah, true. What do you think the car means then? And who is the lady?
There's a lot of holes in this story I got to fill out, dude.
Also, why is there a mechanic shop on the boardwalk?
Dude, I don't know.
Does like the garage open up to the boardwalk? That's what I was imagining.
No, it's if you could picture what's in my mind, you would hate it. You would hate it. That's the only way I can describe it. It's not nice. It's just a dark, wide road with nothing on either side. Nothing.
Like what's the in SpongeBob when he gets like dropped off at the end of the bus line? Rock bottom.
Yes.
So like rock bottom.
Very similar to that. You
Ooh.
can't see anything on either side. All you see is a sidewalk and a road. If you look to your right or you look to your left, it's just a haze.
Yeah, it's like Silent Hill.
Yeah. And I'm just walking up this road in a haze. And then every now and then I'll see a little beacon point, and it's just like, it's not anything beach related ever. It's just, but for some reason, my mind is just convinced that's Ocean City. Just like I was convinced that these little dragons in my hand were pelicans.
Yeah.
I really think that does add up, dude. Because I remember in my dream thinking that these pelicans were like, like it was like I remember being like, oh my God, I got like a blessing. It was like a blessing. Like I remember being like, yes, I got them. And then they kept on going away.
Kept on dying.
Dude, these
Whenever you
things.
stop paying attention to them.
Yep. Mm-hmm. These things stick with me, dude. So, I mean, obviously not enough. I'm smoking a cigarette now, but
That's all I could think about when you're saying that. You're like, I think I was saying I shouldn't smoke cigarettes. You're gesturing a lighter and a cigarette. It's like when we had the hypnotist on the show, and I videotaped him hypnotizing you to stop smoking cigarettes, and then we watched it cackling as you were lighting up a cig when he left.
do you have that though? Do you, what I just described, like, do you have recurring places?
I've definitely like I feel like more often than not I'll end up in like a familiar place in a dream. And obviously like like your brain tries to recreate a thing, but it's never going to be perfect, or like unless like you know, you're having like a school dream and like everything's like pretty much perfect, like essentially. Like you kind of it gives a good replication of it or whatever in your mind. But I've also had like I thought you were gonna go into a thing where it's like you almost pick up where you left off in a dream.
That's exactly what I was gonna go to.
Too, yeah.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. It's almost like
it's like you're like tuning back into that like episode or whatever.
Yes.
Like right on the dot. I've had that before.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's like two separate lives.
Yeah,
you know, first of all, you're sleeping 1/3 of your life. So 2/3 of my life I exist in this realm, and the other third of my life, it's like a continuing story in this other realm where the places are the same that I frequent, nowhere that I would recognize in real life.
Yeah.
But they're always the same in my dream.
But
And
also,
the storyline
like, is
continues.
that constant too, or is it like I feel like I don't know, because I don't like remember a lot of dreams to begin with, just because I don't know why. But like whenever I do remember a dream, I feel like those like pick up where you left off type dreams are like few and far between for me.
Well, a lot of
I
times,
feel like I feel like more of the times than not, like I'll just have like a random dream where like I probably even talked about this on the podcast, but one of the most bizarre dreams I ever had was it was like a talent show, I guess. And it was just like a big auditorium. I guess it kind of looked like a mix between like Towson High School and the Hippodrome.
hell yeah.
And like me and like it looks like I'm a magician.
Yes.
And I walk out with like the assistant, and she just like gets on the ground and opens her legs.
Hell
and
yeah.
I just eat pussy on like a stage
For my next trick.
for literally like, an audience of like 300 to 400 people. And then like I'm doing it, and I look over in the crowd, and I see like my whole family in a row, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But like I feel like more times than not, like a dream will just be fucking random like that. But like every once in a while I will have that like pick up where you left off. Like this is like the same kind of like whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you pick up that save.
It's like a Tarantino movie where it's like my dreams will connect but not in sequence. Like I'll have a dream and then I'll have another dream that connected to a dream from like 3 years prior. And like the last time I dreamt about that setting was about 3 or 4 years ago. I remember that because I wrote it down in my notes. I write my dreams down in my notes sometimes. And it was the same exact place. I referred to it as Ocean City in that place. And I remember that. I'm always running late for it. I remember I was at some weird pubby bar.
Well, that was also back when like you do a gig down on the boardwalk and then try to like rush home after it.
And I remember there was like a party bus that I just missed. I just missed the party, and that bus was going back to Baltimore. and I was stuck there. And it's always something like that. And it's like that will like within over the course of 3 years, I'll just pop right back in that scene again. And it's like that happens all the time, dude. I think there's significance to that. I really do.
I mean, I feel
really
like
do.
that might just be more so of a thing of like you having anxiety about being like late to things.
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean,
Yeah.
definitely. There's no mystery there.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm late a lot to everything I do. But it would be, I really do look at that stuff as like, I think it should not be. What I don't believe in is when people go, and this is kind of the same situation when people talk about their drug experiences, which is, you know how when people say like you do DMT and then you see like a purple dragon or whatever the fuck it is, or you see these little creatures or whatever. I don't believe in that stuff, only because I think that you might only be seeing them because you've heard that that's what you're supposed to see.
I have heard like one comic talk about this though with like DMT, and he's not like, I feel like some people when they talk about that shit, they're like, oh, fucking, you know, like I was looking down and I saw blah blah blah, and like it gets too crazy. But like, I think it's Shane Moss, I think, but he was talking about like he would see like this woman like in the DMT world whenever he'd go there, and like it's like a very like to the point description of like a person, what they look like, their features or whatever. And then like randomly like his friend sent him like an illustration of that woman one day and was like, hey, like, is this the woman you saw? And he's like, holy shit, like that is literally her.
That just gave me chills.
And like there's apparently like a bunch of people have like done DMT and like speaking or like spoken to that woman or whatever.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we should look that up after the podcast. We can wrap up soon, honestly.
Yeah. I was just going to say that the only, I brought up the drug thing is because when people go online and be like, what does it mean in your dream if this happens? I don't necessarily know if that, like, they'll be like, what happens, like, if I were to go online and be like, what does it mean if you have a pet pelican?
Yeah.
I don't necessarily know if that would mean the same thing to every person. I think it's more of an exploration of yourself. I don't think that what a dream might symbolize for one person might symbolize the same thing. Like, it'd be like finding a pelican in a dream usually symbolizes that something in the near future is gonna. It's like maybe it does. Maybe that means that for this guy.
Yeah.
But that might not be the same thing for me. You know, I will say one very strange experience that just happened was my brother walked in to the living room. And I wish I could remember the whole story. It's eluding me at the moment. But it was a place. And he said, yeah, it's funny because like literally like 2 nights ago, I had this dream where we were in this place and we had to do this thing. And I was like, wait, when did you have that dream? He said 2 nights ago. I said, dude, I had that dream last night. We were in the same place. He was in it. I was in it. Different nights.
Oh, shit.
Different nights, but when he said it, I was like, you're not going to fucking believe me. I swear to God, I forgot. It was like a bar or something. We were in it, and he was there. He was he was just there. I don't even know if I talked to him. I just remember, like, you know how you can just sense, like, oh, Dom's here,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And when how do you explain that? What the fuck is that? Is it a coincidence? Probably.
Maybe.
But,
yeah.
like, that's fucking weird.
Well, I mean, it's definitely weird, but also like it could be explained away by being like you guys like live in a close proximity. You probably like get a lot of the same stimulus or like stimuli from like your environment, or like maybe you guys were both talking about going to that bar or some shit. And
Yeah.
Then, like that was just in the back of both of your heads or whatever.
Or it's like that
But-
other episode of SpongeBob.
Yeah, I like to think that. I like to think that it's more so of like a dream weaving type scenario.
Yeah.
Or I mean, that's why Freddy Krueger's so cool, because it's like he can just hop in and out of your fucking dream and get you.
Yeah.
That's why, like, that's such a cool concept.
As realist as I like to think I am, those things I do not write them off. I do not write them off. I think there has to be some weight to this other plane that we're connected to on a subconscious level, where those things can either intertwine or they can be linked to the real world in some way or another.
Yeah.
I definitely believe that, which is why I don't write off those drug experiences entirely. I do want to try DMT. And,
yeah, eventually. I'll definitely try that one day.
Hell yeah. That might be a next bachelor trip move.
For Dan's 20th bachelor trip.
Yeah. None of us are getting married, dude. Dan needs to get married again. He's already getting married 3 times.
I know.
Get married again, dude.
There's already a track record in place, so just keep riding it out.
Hey, man. DMT, baby. Well, yeah, that's all I have for this week, other than I'll give you guys a quick reference to the polls, fill you up to date. If you're listening to this, we are in the midst of the Baltimore Bar Classic Championship. We started out with 64 bars. We are down to 2. Backyard Uptown in Towson and Max's in Fells Point. And it is actually shaping out to be a really good matchup. Voting stops tonight, Friday, April 9th at 8 p.m. Backyard is currently up 57% to 43%. That's a close matchup. That is a close matchup. And we're only about 30% of the votes in based off our previous.
Yet. I don't even know who to vote for.
It's tough.
A toss up.
I didn't pitch my vote because they've both been so cool.
I know, that's why I'm torn.
You know, Backyard is obviously Towson.
I might have to stay out of this.
Yeah, I'm staying out of it.
Final.
They've both been so cool. They've both been very stoked about participating in things like that. And I mean, I play at Backyard. I don't play at Max's. I don't think they have live music. But like other than that, it's like I don't need to vote. I don't need to vote. I'm stoked for whoever wins. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
But definitely
we should go to like thrifting for like a dope ass frame.
Yes.
To like put that printout in.
I'll tell you what I already did. We definitely should get a frame. I already dropped $50 on a belt.
Hell yeah.
I had it custom made.
Hell yeah.
So I got the belt in the mail on the way. I have to
only
wait.
$50?
Yeah.
Damn, dude, I'll throw you 25 right now.
Don't even worry about it, dude.
Dude, I'm
I
doing
got
it
the
right
fucking. You can just pick up the frame, even it out. Probably not. I don't fucking know.
We'll
Who
figure
cares
it
this
out.
shit? I have to wait till the winter happens so I can complete the bracket, and then I'll send it over to Vistaprint. I want to, spend top dollar on getting it like real nice. Maybe we can even buy it pre-framed from there. Make it easy,
I want to get like a cool frame.
Yeah. That's a better idea. Like a cool frame.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We'll we'll figure this out post pod.
We'll figure it out. Baltimore Bar Classic, first annual, baby. Other than that, folks,
I got nothing going on, but follow me at Eric Glazer on everything.
Oh yeah. What do I have going on? Oh yeah, at Jimmy Selesky on everything, obviously, and newly follow the band page, Sophomore MD. Brought that one back from the dead.
Song coming out soon.
Yes, true. We got a song debut single. We consider it to be our debut single, dropping April 15th. That's next week, next Thursday. This coming Thursday, actually, April 15th. We're dropping that. Haven't really decided on a time yet. Who gives a shit? You'll see it. But follow the new Instagram page. I was leveraged by the band. They said, don't you think we should have an Instagram that isn't just your page? And I was like, whatever, dude. Fine.
Wow, I guess.
And so they were like, I mean, our band Instagram handle is at Jimmy Selesky. I was like, all right, guys.
All right, you make a good point.
I thought it had a nice ring to it, personally. But yeah, so at Sophomore MD, it is amazing how many people don't know how to spell sophomore. If you're a college graduate, you were a sophomore not once, but twice in your life. You should not have been allowed to graduate the 10th grade not knowing how to spell sophomore. And at the very least, you should not have been able to go on to your 3rd year of college without knowing how to spell sophomore. Yet nobody knows how to spell it. There's 3 O's. However many O's you think there are, there's one more. Sophomore.
Yeah. It's a silent foe,
Yeah.
Sophomore.
People just say sophomore, but it's sophomore MD, like the state, like Maryland. Sophomore Maryland, Baltimore Maryland, you get it. Who gives a shit? Follow that on Instagram. We're trying to build that up. I think we're almost at 200 followers. I don't even consider anything real until they're 1,000. So I don't even consider myself real right now. Other than that, playing at Maryland Live Casino tomorrow on Saturday, April 10th, 7 to 12. A real gauntlet of a gig. Always fun. I play in the hotel lobby at David's. Come out, because usually nobody gives a shit when I play there. They just kind of sit there and go, what the fuck is this guy doing? So if you want to go and gamble, They give me like 5 30-minute breaks
Ooh.
over the course of 5 hours, and I'm convinced it's because they just want whoever's playing there to just gamble back their money.
Yeah.
So come out and gamble with me, baby.
Or
I'll be,
like buy expensive food.
Yeah.
Or fuck whatever. Yeah.
it'll be like you're playing 7 to 12, 45-minute set, 30-minute break, 45-minute set, 30-minute break, 30-minute set, 40-minute break. I'm like, dude,
Holy shit.
I'm doing more gambling than playing right now. I feel like you
Yeah,
just
give me some chips at least.
Yeah,
Come on.
exactly. It is the one place where you'll get tipped in poker chips, which I think is dope.
Sick.
And that's my only gig this weekend. Next weekend, I'm playing at High Tops, Friday, April 16th, 5 to 9. The return to High Tops, noted Final Four member of the polls.
Yeah.
Final Four finalist, whatever. That's Friday, April 16th, 5 to 9. And other than that, LFTS podcast on everything.
Blah, blah.
Brah. So next week.
Peace.
Peace.